My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Our island, Okaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear. My choice. Clear. My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. You have my choice. Listen, Oupe Haïtien, Betty Daibla, Pierre Véaséqué, pour my money with soulagement, pour mettre ma aide, veille liaisé, pour mon qui mérite ni caille pour rester, don't cry rester, the elephant in the room, they have the will not to make it mushroom, those who hold it decides, trying to gain power, will soon realize you're playing with fire, a consuming fire that's taking a toll to every nook and cranny all over the world. Every one of us must now play a role to bring this crisis under control. Meanwhile, I will compliment government commitment to Lucen excellence in global events. Also, I must deplore the private sector to do much more to bring talent to the fore. I am trying to divide, I am taking side, but I'm not afraid to call a spade a spade. My choice is clear. My choice. Clear. My choice. My choice is clear. I stick it with Mr. Pierre. Our island. Okaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear. My choice. Clear. My choice. My choice is clear. I stick it with Mr. Pierre. I love you. I come to take a bounce on my country, cause I see my country looking good. If you believe your country doing good, somebody say PJB. Boxing. We boxing, Lucia. Hey. General elections is a clash of party leaders whose main intention is to control the public commons. Our choice is clear on election day. It's Philip Jeff versus Alan Shasley. They lead their way. If they are Siwe, if they are Ochipe, Genesect Balewe. The economy, the revitalized employment and GDP, wages and pensions rise. Now the government is beyond review. But when I take a comprehensive look, without favor
Well, you like how the back it is, but I cannot cross the road. I have to stay. I'll fix it up. Hold on, eh?
It's just a rich man's son.
to put up Mama D. Say my boy wash it. Say my boy run. Say my boy wash it. Say my boy run. We are well survive. Malak ke prefera. We are well survive. Malak ke prefera. Free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo. Say my boy wash it. Say my boy run. Say my boy wash it. Say my boy run. We are well survive.
Watch me.
Malak ke prefera. We are well survive. Malak ke prefera. Yo père, Manu, yo père, bye bye flambeau, c'est pas bon wash it, c'est pas bon run, c'est pas bon wash it, c'est pas bon run, we are gonna survive, malade que prefera, we are gonna survive, malade que prefera, Ferra, ou appui, massa pour ton sorti, les 26 unis, yes, ça pour fini, c'est pas qui c'est I'll pay you. If you vote for me, ou pas qu'il Sean, you can put up Mama D. C'est ma boy wash it, c'est ma boy run, c'est ma boy wash it, c'est ma boy run, we are gonna survive. Malade que prefera, we are gonna survive. Malade que prefera, free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo madu say free in a row. Chanka pute yo, c'est ma boy wash it. C'est ma boy run, c'est ma boy wash it. C'est ma boy run, we are gonna survive. Malade que prefera, we are gonna survive. Malade que
One for all and all for one. Head that! Up for your button. So let we go. Put up a rag, put up a flag. Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the 14 poles. Nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, for one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, that they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and he love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and build food stability. The people say one call, John Paul. But I say one love is a cricket, is a football. Pasla push you involve. One call by John Paul. Tout bagay say one love. Cricket is a football. Pasla push you involve.
Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the 14 poles. Nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol.
Somebody know. Well, this one is dedicated to the man, John Paul Estan. Don't feel it cold. One for all and all for one. Head that.
Your time, up for your button. So let we go. Put up a rag, put up a flag. Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the 14 poles. Nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, for one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, that they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and he love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and build food stability. The people say one call, John Paul. But I say one love is a cricket, is a football. Pasla push you involve. One call by John Paul. Tout bagay say one love. Cricket is a football. Pasla push you involve.
Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the 14 poles. Nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, for one and all.
Chiwakato c'est John Paul, tout Jean Gringol. John Paul, oui, Vétalgon c'est John Paul. Fonwason c'est John Paul. Chimé c'est John Paul. Aller chasser John Paul. Palata c'est John Paul. Moute Union John Paul. Debawa c'est John Paul. Oui, Vegawan John Paul, John Paul. Montito c'est John Paul. All for one and one for all. Somebody know. Well, this one is dedicated to the man, John Paul Estan. Don't feel it cold. One for all and all for one. Head that.
Patan, Okoyo Patan. So there we go. Put up a rag, put up a flag. Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go. To the 14 poles, nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau for one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, that they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and we love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and build food stability. Let me have one call, John Paul. But I say one love is a cricket, is a football. Papa push you involved. One call by John Paul. But I say one love, cricket is a football. Papa push you involved.
Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go. To the 14 poles, nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau for one and all.
Chiwakato c'est John Paul, tout Green Gold. John Paul, oui Vétalvan c'est John Paul. Fonwasso c'est John Paul, Tête Chimé c'est John Paul. Allez chasser John Paul, Balata c'est John Paul. Mite Union, John Paul. Debawa c'est John Paul, oui Vegawan, John Paul. High Plateau c'est John Paul, Montito c'est John Paul. All for one and one for all, Una c'est John Paul. All for one and one for all, Babonneau c'est John Paul.
Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go. To the 14 poles, nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau for one and all.
Let's see. I'm gonna get a school inside them, man.
I'm voting for the Flora. Put us back in reverse. I'm moving forward instead. I have my eyes on the bird. Ask anybody in the country, they will tell you the mood is red.
Red is the moon. If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke
Cause
it.
I'm a labor, and my neighbor is a labor. My auntie Helen is a labor. The mood is red and I'm a labor. If Jerry is Jerry gun, Elijah have no plan. With BJP we stand that flambeau where you back at turn. Labor putting the people first, flambeau putting them in reverse. It's 5 more years for labor cause we don't want to make it worse.
Red is the moon. If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke
Cause
it.
I'm a labor, and my neighbor is a who shall come yet? Holly cat, father grants, my
Les folks don't understand that we are the champion. Don't fall, is fall. Nous qu'a fait prévu fall. Bagaille la gueule pas molle. J'espère qu'à faire ça drôle. Make les bas Pakistan tall. Make les bas Pakistan tall. And we shall never fall. Ça c'est vite. We don't fall. Representing for one and all yo and for all. Don't fall, is for all. Nous qu'a fait prévu fall. Bagaille la gueule pas molle. J'espère qu'à faire ça drôle. Make les bas Pakistan tall. Make les bas Pakistan tall. And we shall never fall. Nous pas qu'à faire ball. Je vais Babonneau, there we go. Au débat, à Cabo. Là c'est pour des chasses finigo. PJP pas qu'est-ce à l'olo. If you want the country to grow, make your jump on Babonneau. Nous pas qu'à voter like Flora. Nous pas qu'à voter like qu'est-ce à l'olo. Don't fall. Yo père, man do yo père. Bye bye Tabo. Fall for all. Je vais Babonneau, man do yo père. Nous pas qu'à voter call. Yo père, man do yo père. Yo père, bye bye Tabo. Nous qu'a fait prévu fall. Bagaille la gueule pas molle. J'espère qu'à faire ça fall. Make les bas Pakistan tall. Make les bas Pakistan tall. And we shall never fall. Nous pas qu'à faire fall. In this country, full of history. C'est pas moi, moi, do pas easy. I could chase my do, last my tea. He got a bad life, movement police. West to Chuvala, Mobola, we. PJP will get the victory. We put in food in every tummy. Labour Party got a life, we. Yo père, man do yo père. Bye bye Tabo. C'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap. Oui, on peut le travailler, malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler, malade qu'elle préfère, faire ou appui, ma sa photo sortie, les 26 unis, qu'est-ce ça pour finir, c'est quoi qui c'est Alpayou, if you vote for me, ou pas qu'elle y ait chan, ou de tout ça, maman dit, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo. Yo père, man do yo père. Bye bye flambeau. Bye bye flambeau. C'est pas bon à wacher. C'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, faire ou appui, ma sa photo sortie, les 26 unis, qu'est-ce ça pour finir, c'est quoi qui c'est Alpayou, if you vote for me, ou pas qu'elle y ait chan, tout le monde ça, maman dit, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo, ma douce, c'est free in a row. Chanka pour yo, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler. Malade qu'elle préfère, faire ou appui, ma sa photo sortie, les 26 unis, qu'est-ce ça pour finir, c'est quoi qui c'est Alpayou, if you vote for me, ou pas qu'elle y ait chan, tout le monde ça, maman dit, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, on peut le travailler, malade qu'elle préfère, oui, on peut le travailler, malade qu'elle préfère. with the youth, teaching them to soar. A voice for the voiceless, John Paul opening doors. Babonneau knows his name, John Paul changing the game. Strength in his heart, no room for fear. Hands together, hearts aligned, building futures and Babonneau one step at a time. The pulse of the people will be so strong, baby. Babonneau united, we'll vote John Paul instead. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. From the barrels hills in the Babonneau breeze, jump up, stand tall like the island trees. Voice of the children and the youth, John Paul, pagan dreams, watch them rise. Farmers feeling strong, women breaking chains, elders sharing stories through sunshine and rain. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. Go, go, go. Jump over. Jesse runs with the youth, teaching them to soar. A voice for the voiceless, John Paul opening doors. Babonneau knows his name, John Paul changing the game. Strength in his heart, no room for fear. Hands together, hearts aligned, building futures and Babonneau one step at a time. The pulse of the people will be so strong, baby. Babonneau united, we'll vote John Paul instead. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. Everyone included, everyone in power. Feel the rhythm, feel the power. We jump or we ride. Everyone included.
Well, this one is dedicated to the man, John Paul Estan. Don't feel it cold. One for all and all for one. Hear that?
Yotan, Okoyo Patan.
So there we go.
Put up a rag, put up a flag. Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go to the 14 poles. Look at them tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, for one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, that they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and he love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and build food stability. That people have one call, John Paul. But guys say one love is a cricket, is a football. Pasra toujours involved. One call by John Paul. Tout bagay say one love. Cricket is a football. Pasra toujours involved.
Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go to the 14 poles. Look at them tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, for one and all.
Chiwakato c'est John Paul, tout Gringo, John Paul, oui Vétalvan c'est John Paul, Fonwaso c'est John Paul, Techchime c'est John Paul, Aller chasser John Paul, Palata c'est John Paul, Moute Union John Paul, Debawa c'est John Paul, oui Vegawan John Paul, High Plateau c'est John Paul, Montito c'est John Paul, all for one and one for all, tout Luna c'est John Paul, all for one and one for all, Babonneau c'est John Paul.
Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go to the 14 poles. Look at them jump flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, one and all.
Well, this one is dedicated to John Paul Estan. Don't feel it cold. One for all and all for one. Hear that?
Okoyo Patan. So there we go. Put up a rag, put up a flag. Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go to the 14 poles. Look at them tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, is standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and he love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and build food stability. The people have one call, John Paul. But guys say one love is a cricket, is a football. Pasra toujours involved. One call by John Paul. But guys say one love, cricket is a football. Pasra toujours involved.
Babonneau, there we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, there we go to the 14 poles. Look at them tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, Monsieur Bamol. John Paul for Babonneau, one and all.
Chiwakato c'est John Paul, tout Gringo, John Paul, oui Vétalvan c'est John Paul, Fonwaso c'est John Paul.
One, two, good evening, brothers and sisters of labor. How are we feeling tonight? Of course, indeed, the mood is very, very, very red. And of course, the bell has been rung, the date has been set, and we are ready. Alright, so we are about to kick off the proceedings tonight. I just want to call on Leslie to lead us in prayers. Of course, let's invoke the Holy Spirit amongst us so we have a very fruitful and successful meeting.
Good night, everybody. As we gather here tonight, we come before you with grateful hearts. We thank you for the gift of this day, this moment, for the opportunity to be together in peace and purpose. Lord, we ask for your divine protection over each of us. Shield us from harm, guide our steps, and fill this night with blessings and success. As we look ahead to December, we lift our communities and our nation. Grant us clarity of mind and purity of heart. May every individual be led by wisdom, truth, and compassion as they make the decisions that shape our shared future. Let your light illuminate the path of righteousness, and may peace reign in every heart. We trust in your guidance, and we rest in your grace. Amen.
Thank you so much, Leslie. And of course, brothers and sisters of labor, just want to welcome you to our meeting in Lakwa Shobo this evening. And if you hang us near and far, you can just come a little closer because we have a very important and a very serious message for you. Of course, we have a ton of speakers this evening, very electrifying, and their words are very, very inspiring. So, I would like to firstly call to the podium a former principal of the Babonneau Secondary School, a gentleman who has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to politics, and is always willing to share that information with you. So put your hands together for none other than Mr. Teran Fenelon.
Let me just hold on, just hold on,
Good night, brothers and sisters, comrades. All right, boss arrivé. Women, the mood is red, and I just learned the Creole phrasing for that. Maureen's brother. What? Brother Gaspo, where are you? Let me see if I have that right. Simon Bouche. Est-ce hein? Vous dites ça bien? Simon Bouche. That's right. The mood is red. And let me tell you something. I'm so happy this evening that I can be sharing the stage with my good friend, John Paul Estan. Or as we say, John Paul for all.
Okay.
It is indeed a pleasure. I have known this man for so long, over 20-something years, and I'm happy that he has taken the plunge. But tonight I realize that, well, we are the comforted, but there are people within the hearing of our voices, some of them who have not yet made up their minds. But after tonight, you will say like we say, the choice is clear. We are staying with Mr. Pierre. And there is good reason for that. This is not just a catchphrase. This is not just something that we dreamed up. There is good reason to stay with Mr. Pierre. Because when we look at the record for the past 4 years, we have to give our Prime Minister not just a passing grade, a distinction, an A+, because he has delivered to us. He has delivered, he has performed, and he has ensured that every life, every aspect, every facet of our society is touched. And tonight, I will just dwell on a few things, not many. In education, I see a lot of young people here. Some of you are still going to school. As a young man said, yes, I cannot vote, but I can support. In education, when you think that parents no longer have to pay facilities fees, that is ching left in your pockets to do other things. When you think that every child entering Form 1 will be given an electronic device, a laptop, that is ching in your pocket because you don't have to pay for it. When you think that every child in Form 5 will have 4 C-Sec subjects paid for by the state, that is something to rejoice about. When you think that we have now moved from strictly a grammar type education and we have introduced TVET, 4 TVET institutes, that is something that we have to give the Prime Minister his plaudits for, because he's ensuring that our young people are educated, not just in the grammar area, but in the TechVoc area, because we have to understand the future is TechVoc. There are so many things that the Prime Minister has done. But we think that now, every worker, you cannot get less than $1,131, the minimum wage. Oh my goodness, this is enough to give him his plaudits, you know, his applause, because he has worked. There are so many achievements of this Labour administration. Small contractors, you have contracts $10,000 or less, you pay no withholding tax. He is thinking of every way possible to ensure that you have money, disposable income in your pockets. So these are just a few reasons to remain with the St. Lucia Labour Party. And let me tell you, there is somebody who wants to oppose John Paul Estefan. I mean, of course, we must have opposition. But this is a man who told you that the leader he is following is reckless and is of no good, but he wants you to vote for that leader. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. In Babonneau, we are not stupid. In Babonneau, we can think intelligently. If you are telling me a man is no good for us, a man is reckless, a man, I mean, he's just not good, but you will follow him, it tells me that you have a serious problem, and this is not a guy we can trust. Unlike John Estefan, John Paul. You know John Paul. John Paul has been with us forever, so to speak. All his life. From a young man as a teacher, an educator, and I'm sure that he has taught some of you here. He's been an educator. He has been working in the community. He has given his life a life of service. Our young men and women, you know the sportsman, you know him. He has been there with you. And now he's offering himself to tell you, I want to continue to be of service to you. And so, we know who we will be voting for. He's a man, one of us, for all of us. That's what he says. John Paul, for all. He believes in inclusion, no Belrose doctrine. When he was of service to all the sportsmen, he never said, well, I'm going to take care of you because you are red or yellow. It was for all. And here is a man again coming to offer himself to you to continue to be of service. And I'm just going to encourage you tonight. I won't be long because I'm from here, I'm going somewhere else. I want you to ensure that, you see, well, we know the bell has been rung. December 1st, when you go to the polls, you have to have clarity of purpose. You have to bring your sisters, your brother, your nephew, your mother, your nene, your power, because we put in an X1 place next to the star, next to John Paul, because we want, first of all, Babonneau will not be in opposition. We will not remain in opposition. We will be in government because the St. Lucia Labour Party will win the upcoming general election. So we will be in government. So we are going to vote. One of us, who is that? John Paul. because John Paul has been with us throughout his life. He has served us all the time, and he's going to continue to serve us. So, brothers and sisters, with these few words, I just want to encourage you. On the 1st of December, Monday the 1st of December, we are all going to do the right thing by voting John Paul Estefan. Long live the Solution Labour Party. Good night, brothers and sisters.
Your père, moi do your père, bye bye flambeau, bye bye flambeau. C'est flambeau waché, c'est flambeau run, c'est flambeau waché, c'est flambeau run.
Two. Thank you, Mr. Funnella. Can we just put our hands together for him one more time? This is a gentleman that we can rely on whenever he's called upon. He's always there to deliver. And one thing that you should take away with you guys, remember the St. Lucia Labour Party will definitely win the next general elections. And it makes absolutely no sense for Babonneau to be in opposition. And by the way, Babonneau has never been in opposition. And it basically means the St. Lucia Labour Party wins the general elections. Babonneau will definitely win the seat. All right, so we're moving along with the program. We have a gentleman, son of Babonneau. He is very articulate, also a very knowledgeable gentleman, always willing to do his part to bring the truth to light. I call on no other than Mr. Hazel Foster to make his contribution to this meeting. Can we put our hands together, please, for Mr. Hazel Foster and DJ? All right, play us a tune. What's up?
Your père, moi do your père, bye bye flambeau, bye bye flambeau. C'est flambeau waché, c'est flambeau run, c'est flambeau waché, c'est flambeau run. Oui, ambulance travail, malade qui préfère.
Bonsoir, Jean Lacroix. Bonsoir, Maman Eleba. Et aussi, bonsoir pour Maman Flambeau qui est à côté. Maman Lacroix, Jean Lacroix. Moi, je voulais dire, la bonne pièce manière pour ça supporter Flambeau. Les fin de l'élection, ça là, la pas gagné Flambeau. Exit, John Paul passe à faire baou. C'est pas ta tête qui fait baou. Les bagouins élection ça comme ça. Et nous gagnons encore. Et nous pas gagnons mort nous gagnons bien ouais. Moi je voulais quitter ça exhort oswea. Moi c'est un homme sport et moi même parler en chien about sport. Jeune homme là quoi et jeune femme là quoi. Maman là quoi. En bas gouvernement les bas. Les moi cricket. Matka NP. Les moi football cette ici matka NP. À présent, toute jeune homme et toute jeune femme qui a participé en sport cette ici, il y a un paiement. There is something called the Semi-Cricket League and the Semi-Football League. This initiated by our great man, Philippe J. Pierre. And don't make a mistake, people from Lacroix. And let this pass by, especially young, talented men and women in Lacroix. Right now, the mood is red, but the mood is the time of the youth. And young men and women from Lacroix, take the advantage and come and support the St. Lucia Labour Party because there's great things for you all in the St. Lucia Labour Party. Mele hot made, l'autre side là de ka vini ici avec faire meeting ba hot. Made yo, qui moun kite, try best pour stop CIP à cette liste. Made yo sa ban mwen. Si yo pas sa répondre ça, pas vote ba yo. Made yo, qui moun qui fait plus bien en administration yo te ka lead là. Qui sa yo quitté der pour montrer presse pour cette liste that yo fait rien by cette liste. But avec Philippe Pierre pour 4.5 years, Philippe Pierre quitte un shy by Barou pour ça li et tant ça il fait by cette liste pour only 4.5 years. L'année il live nous allons passer, même si on est en chaille, but la nature live that you can distribuer un powers Babonneau. Pour qui ça? Partisan les bas faire baou pour 4.5 years. Et qu'il y a un homme qui lead un gouvernement pour 5.5 years. Madame qui ça fait? La pan press track record côté il s'est dit by press monde. Jean Lacroix that il fait by cette liste. Tout ça il fait by cette liste c'était foreigners, friends and family. Moi quand m'a dit auto soya. Est-ce que confiance là pour vieux électer nom ça là et mettre en gouvernement cette liste. Si hot fait ça Jean Lacroix n'a dit hot. On peut mettre hot en souffrance et on peut mettre Jean cette liste en souffrance encore. Partisan étoile là quitte un chat bagay ba hot ak bay nous cette liste pour nous ça follow et fait. This is why I'm standing here tonight. I'm asking you, the people of Lacroix Shobo, make sure on the 1st of December, when you go to cast your vote, make sure you vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party. I say to you, the St. Lucia Labour Party, I say again to you, has achieved great for you, the people of St. Lucia. And this time around, I told you all, if you vote for Titus Preville, he will not do any better for you than John Paul Stefan will do. Because John Paul Stefan, the government or the party he's representing will form the government of St. Lucia. And putting Babonneau in opposition will be the worst you Lacroix people will do to go and vote for Titus Preville. Yes, I know he's from Lacroix. I know you Lacroix people who want to support him, some of you. But I'm asking you, do not make a mistake to go vote for the United Workers' Party. Because St. Lucia Labour Party, with Philip JPA, has great things for you. In 4.5 years, he did so much. If you give him a next 5 years, I tell you St. Lucia will be a paradise. Under Philip JPA and the St. Lucia Labour Party. So I'm asking you tonight, I won't say much, I won't say much tonight, there is other speakers to speak. But I'm asking you to come together and join the St. Lucia Labour Party in this coming general election, where we'll be victorious. And I can tell you, the St. Lucia Labour Party is the party that will move St. Lucia forward. Not the United Workers' Party. They never did, and they will never do for you, the people of Lacroix. I thank you.
John Paul, representing for one Babonneau and for all. John Paul is for all. Nous qu'a fait préfil Paul. La caille la wet pas mol. Qu'est-ce pas taper ça?
Thank you, Mr. Hazel Foster. A round of applause for Mr. Hazel once more. Et je l'ai pas mon dit on doit soya. Zoé pas qu'à pli haut par ses têtes. Zoé pas qu'à pli haut par ses têtes. Tout le monde qui a venu nous a averti autres. Nous a averti tout gens Babonneau pour ne pas voter partisan Alan Chasney en gouvernement. Basically, we will not vote. We're asking y'all never to cast that vote for the United Workers' Party because of the way they treated us. And just recently, Dominic Fede announced that slavery is something that we should be proud of. And as a black people, I want all of us to denounce that. And we are praying that Ancillary Canries does the very right thing and vote Dominic Fede out of our parliament once and for all. And if you do not know what slavery entails, let me tell you a little bit about what slavery involved. All the way from West Africa, when our ancestors were on those ships, they were chained to each other. And if they had to urinate, if they had to use the restroom, they had no choice but to do it on themselves. If anybody fell sick, let's just say 10 of them were tied to a chain and one person fell sick, the entire chain was thrown into the sea, and those were fed to the sharks. When they came to Marquis, when they came to Paybush, when they came to Granans, that's exactly where all of these things went down. Our young ladies were raped. Our great-great-great-grandmothers were raped. Our great-great-great-grandfathers were molested. Some of them were decapitated. So that means they just coupe kuyo. They were amputated. Their arms and legs were cut off. Some of them were tied butt naked to a tree, and they were fed to the dogs. They were spat upon. They were kicked. They were whipped. So this is what our ancestors went through. And this is why we are here today. And Dominic Fede is saying that this is something we should be proud of. But here's the strange thing. This is the party that Titus Preville represents. And this is a party that really wants to enslave us once more. But now under the St. Lucia Labour Party, we are free people. And we have to tell them no. We are not going back that way. So Titus Preville, we're sending that message to you once more tonight. You will never be the parliamentary representative for Babonneau under UWP ticket. All right, so we're moving right along. Our very next speaker is only visiting us for a very short while. He has other engagements. And the man I'm speaking of is the gentleman who introduced the Cuban Eye Care program to St. Lucia. So let us all put our hands together for Comrade Peter Bell Lansico.
Yo père, moi nous yo père, bye bye flambeau, c'est flambeau en washé, c'est flambeau en rara, c'est flambeau en washé, c'est flambeau en rara.
Où j'ai tellement washé, ma bécopone. Good night, my sisters and my brothers of Lakwashobo. Good night, my sisters and my brothers of Lakwashobo. It is good to be here tonight. And I will give you two good reasons why I'm very happy to be here tonight. Number one, I had the great honor of meeting a young man by the name of John Paul Estefan. I like to call him Pope Paul. He's a very peaceful man, a very brilliant young man, and Babonneau has to be proud. Babonneau has to be proud that this young man was born in the constituency of Babonneau. Because it is only once in a while that we have the pleasure and the privilege of meeting someone like John Paul Estefan. A young man who's given all his life to community work. He's very comfortable with young people. He's very humble. He's not arrogant. And one of his great attributes, my brothers and my sisters, is that he listens to people. Am I right? Is that your experience with John Paul? Does he listen to people? And so this is one of the reasons I'm very proud to be here tonight on his platform. Because he's a very positive young man and he gets my full endorsement. He gets my 100% endorsement as your candidate to make sure that Babonneau is properly represented in the next government of the St. Lucia Labour Party. So that's one of the reasons I'm proud to be here tonight. Another reason, my sisters and my brothers, I wish you would listen a little better to the platform. My sisters and my brothers, I wish you would give me a hearing because I have a very important notice to make, to share with you tonight. Please, sisters and brothers, give me a hearing, please. Another reason I'm proud to be on the platform tonight is because I have very important news for you. Some of you may not be aware of it.
Tell somebody to tell the people better about the
I have very important news for you tonight, my sisters and my brothers. Very important news. Titus Preble has joined a party to become a candidate, hopefully in a crazy government that's going to stop the Cuban IK program. They are going to stop it because their bosses have told them to stop it. Their bosses have told them that anything to do with Cuba, we must destroy it. So all the scholarships that Cuba has given to our children to produce doctors and nurses and engineers and sportsmen and other folks who are architects, they are trying to tell, they have told him, his bosses have told him, they must stop it. And more importantly, not to mention Venezuela as well, and more importantly, my sisters and my brothers, as my comrade said to you about 4 minutes ago, I am the one who brought the Cuban IK program to St. Lucia in 2004. In 2004, I was St. Lucia's ambassador in Cuba. And as the ambassador in Cuba, I discovered the IK program, and so I introduced it to our country. In my first 18 months in Havana, in my first 18 months in Cuba, I had the pleasure, the privilege, and the honor of bringing 17,000 St. Lucians to Cuba to get their eyes fixed. Sorry, my apologies, 7,000. My sisters and my brothers, can you believe it? In 18 months after I discovered the Cuban IK program in Cuba, free IK, free eye surgeries, free hotel accommodation, and free international travel on the planes to go to Cuba. In 18 months, I brought 7,000 St. Lucians to get their eyes fixed in Cuba. They have told Alin Shastney that he must stop that kind of thing for the people of St. Lucia. Anytime you hear the name Shastney, what it means is someone who doesn't want anything for St. Lucians. St. Lucians must enjoy nothing under that man. And so I'm here to tell you tonight that my friend, and so you will know it's not personal when I tell you he's my friend. Titus Preble is my friend, but he has joined the wrong party. He has joined a man called Alin Shastney, who will stop the Cuban IK program, my sisters and my brothers. That's one of the reasons I'm proud to be on this platform tonight, to inform you of that. Because many times we don't know of the very important decisions that some suckers are planning to take if you put them into the parliament. These people must be nowhere near the parliament of St. Lucia in the next government. Nowhere. And so, the second reason I'm very proud to be here on this platform tonight is to tell you that it is my duty, and I am performing my duty. I am telling you, you cannot trust a man like Titus Preble in your parliament. You must have nothing to do with him, because he's serving a bigger master who wants to take away bread from the people of St. Lucia. They want to take away health care from the people of St. Lucia. This is ridiculous. My brothers and my sisters, are you hearing this? Thank you. And another reason I am here on this platform tonight, and it gives me proud, it makes me very proud to be here on John Paul's platform, is to share another thing with you, something you already know. But St. Lucians have short memories. We have very short memories. Do you remember the distress fund? My brothers and sisters, do you remember the distress fund? The distress fund was put in originally by Dr. Kenny Anthony as Prime Minister to help poor people whose houses got burned in the night, or whose houses fell down for some reason or the other. The houses that normally fall down or burn are little plywood houses. In other words, poor people's houses. And so if your house got burned in the night, and you and your 3 or 4 children were on the road or under somebody's house, in no time, the Labour Party government under Kenny Anthony might give you $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 to help you to rebuild your little plywood. When Alin Shastney became Prime Minister of this country and Minister of Finance, the first thing the man did was to remove the distress fund. And when we complained about it in Parliament, he went in public and in Parliament telling poor people, go and get insurance. Which insurance company will ever insure a plywood house or other poor people's houses? And in any case, how do poor people pay for house insurance? When you have to send your children to school and you have to feed your children, you think it's house insurance poor people thinking about? For struggling families, it is more important to pay for the children's education and to be able to feed the children than to pay house insurance. In any case, they cannot afford house insurance. That wicked man said, when we criticized him about his removal of the distress fund, he said, okay, let them go and pay house insurance. Malquabla. This is wickedness. And it is a kind of reaction that you get from a man who doesn't care about people. Because his problem is, he has never known a day without food or a day without a cup of tea and bread. He was born with a golden spoon. And today he's a millionaire. Between his father and all the magie he has done in our country, he's a multi-millionaire. Don't fool yourselves. He's a multi-millionaire. And I will give you one more example why I'm proud to be here tonight before I move on. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. When people are desperate, they will come with all kinds of lies to try to fool you, the people. And nothing makes me more angry than to hear people deliberately trying to fool you as if you're stupid. So, the fourth reason I'm proud to be on the platform tonight with John Paul is the matter of the so-called $75,000 health insurance card. Papi show. Magie to sell killer. And let me give you a simple example why it's magie. Do you believe that a gang of guys, a side of fellas, who removed the distress fund of the little kakadam you would get to fix your plywood house and get a new plywood house, you think these guys care about giving you a health card with $75,000 for health insurance? Ou pas say magie yo kasime? Pas say magie yo kasime? This is an insult to the people of St. Lucia. Even the idea of a health insurance card for $75,000 person is an insult to the people of St. Lucia. It is unrealistic. Yo pas di ko yo ka joindre kalte l'argent ça pour health card ça, so they are bluffing. It is bluff and fluff. So my sisters and my brothers, I want to tell you one more time that I am a St. Lucian patriot, and I am a patriot who has endorsed John Paul Estan. And I want you to accept my endorsement of this young man and put the X by his picture, put X by his name on election day. Long live the St. Lucia Labour Party. Long live John Paul Estan. Long live Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre. Thank you and good night, my sisters and my brothers.
Head that! Who's a collet? Holly cat for the ranks, make it back. Don't feel it cold. That's why I voted for Labour. They putting the people first. I not voting for no flambeau to put us back in.
Thank you. Thank you, DJ. Alright, can we put our hands together one more time for Comrade Bell? He's not from Babonneau, but he's definitely from Babonneau. So a few things to take away and a few things to consider about Titus Preville. Just remember that he was endorsed by the St. Lucia Labour Party for a job in Barbados, and he was not endorsed by the United Workers' Party for that very job in Barbados. But yet again, being endorsed by the St. Lucia Labour Party, he has now turned his back on the St. Lucia Labour Party and now voting, well, basically trying to represent Babonneau on a UWP ticket. But again, Titus Preville, Paisia, ou pa kay passe ça, brother. Jamais pas. Alright, so our next speaker is somebody, of course, not from Babonneau, but again from Babonneau. He's a friend to all of us, and he has
another engagement. So, as much as I would have loved to have him lower down in the program, but of course, the opportunity does not permit it. So, guys, he is of course the little firecracker, as I call him. So, put your hands together for Comrade Neestor, who is always willing to deliver for us.
If you don't like it, put it in your pipe and smoke it. Labor, and my neighbor is a labor. My auntie name is a labor. The mood is red and I'm a labor.
A special good night to each and everyone tonight. Wherever you are, a special good night to you. Mamaila, moi just sorti Corinth. Et puis, brother Kenson Kazimi, ni a meeting bo TJ supermarket la. Et puis, lani cracker, firecracker, many pot money over the. But I swear, moi venu ici, yo encore pour supporter John Paul et Stéphane. Moi venu ici, yo encore pour supporter Partisan Étoile là. Et puis, élection couillée, élection datée, élection mamaïle bas nous pas oui. C'est flambeau regardez, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Actuellement belle nous pas ring bell, nous annoncer élection. Actuellement yo ka di yo ko élection to bonnet, yo couillé to vite. Ça yo te ka compter à soi. Yo di l'hôpital a pas encore ouvert. So Philippe J. Pierre pas ça couille élection. But Temado, Philippe J. Pierre c'est un homme ou pas ça Ridley. He do, I'm a mystery. They cannot read me. Et puis on prend bête et pour on swear. That qui l'hôpital a obligé ouvert moi ça là. Quoi vous dites? Saint-Jude obligé ouvert moi ça là. Massaf qui joue, massaf qui date. Mais il a ouvert moi ça là. Nous étions exactly 20 days pour moi ça là fini. Or 21. But tonight, Chasney address nation. Il dit address nation et attention c'est vrai qu'il a dit. I am a better person than I was in 2021. Monte. You are a better person. Ou pas plus ça as leader of the opposition. Ou était comme moi, comme sitting in a House of Assembly ou parler. You are a better person. Ou était comme moi, chaque fois aller ou ka marcher sorti dehors. Ou était comme moi, c'est mon ou ka mener l'audience, n'est ou ka mener l'audience. Ou chic mener l'audience pour du bout citizen by investment. Pour du bout citizen by investment qui a mené l'argent pour aider jeunesse, qui a mené l'argent pour payer pensionnaires, qui a mené l'argent pour acheter laptop, qui a mené l'argent pour maman payer ça là. Ou du bout là et pour ça better person. Of course you have changed. You have changed for the worse. You have changed for the worse. Et puis, on souhaite à Temado. Chasney remind moi of un bouc qui a bon chaywom. C'est pas pièce nous qui ici, on souhaite. Mais chaque là, monsieur, ça la jeune paye, il a tout l'argent. So chaque là, les madame li ka ba bien puis et que madame li ka dit qui man yo tout l'argent, maman il a pas d'identité, maman il a pas de déjeuner, yo pas de bagay pour aller. So yo jour vendredi jeune paye. Et puis il dit il pas qu'à dépenser l'argent. So ici à 100 kabaoui. Il passe ici à droite. Là il va en gap là. Il va là il dit monsieur moi really boy. Madou bout comment ici hein? Madou bout baba gol boire en boire, on vient pour en boire. Il vient baba gol et qui boit tout l'argent. Et puis il vient Kaili. Et puis il a demandé madame li pardon. Il a dit madame li l'autre quoi, moi quand fait un pli homme, il pas jamais changer. He will never change. But I have news for him. Bringing news by Alan Chasney. Moi ni news by Alan Chaste parce que moi savent maman pays ça là. Moi savent nous pas oui. Et puis aller où pays moi savent nous pas oui. Et puis temandou. Moi payer au soir et puis n'importe qui ça qui veut. Nous m'a parlé parce que m'a gamble. M'a payer c'est piton n'a pas yon piton et puis n'importe boire ou quoi boire. Nous quoi prendre bête. Nous quoi prendre bête. Nous quoi bayo 17 notes. Adam Gadi il parle beaucoup pays à pas ni opposition. Mais nous pas jamais ni opposition parce Alan Chaste pas jamais à House of Assembly pour représenter ces gens qui votent pour représenter. So this time, he and Guy Joseph, we putting them out once and for all. Écoutez-moi, je have sur the Facebook. Mais, où changer ITP 7 millions de dollars pour vaccine. Ou changer compagnie, il te baille l'argent pour vaccine. On va pas changer ça. Hein? Eh bien, compagnie ça là, gouvernement l'Amérique a mené l'audience. Kaza couillé en Santa Ana, en Californie, ou Texas. Ada Ronald Reagan bill, yana bill après Ronald Reagan. Eh bien, yo mené l'audience. Et puis les chassés, moi je voulais demander chassés. Les gars disent nous, ils ont l'Amérique là. SIC, mon avis du soko. Les gars disent qu'ils ont l'Amérique là. S, you Alan Chassé, c'est you witness pour casser la gouvernement mené l'audience là. Mandez Alan Chassé question ça là. Et ben là. Alan Chasney et puis Guy Joseph. Ils veulent vivre pour prendre l'avantage. Ils veulent vivre pour faire ouais misère. Ils veulent vivre pour prendre l'avantage. Et pour changer Alan Chasney dit, il dit, c'est workers là, c'est caretaker. Il dit comme ça, les moins vieux, si moins vieux à power. Et puis moi couiller en meeting. Est-ce que pas qu'à venir? Pour qui ça ou quoi dit ça? Parce que vous pouvez venir because you do never. So you can venir pour vivre fire you même compter forever. But tonight, I have news for him. St. Lucia is red and ready. The code is red. The mood is red. The atmosphere is red. Everything is red. And we are waiting for the first. Nous avons espéré pour 1er décembre. Et puis nous avons un bon nouvelle. Nous garantissons ça. Nous avons un bon nouvelle. Point pas molli. Nous avons un bon nouvelle. Parce que Philippe Joseph Pierre has not changed. Philippe Joseph Pierre will continue. Philippe Joseph Pierre will be the same yesterday. He is the same today. And he will be the same tomorrow. You know why? Because he have been putting the people first. Alan Chasney, il passe à qui est gouvernement qui met people first, il passe à ça. Il passe à qui manie ça qu'a fait. And I say to you tonight, we vote in the star. Now, Babonneau, ma vletan pièce vote gâté. Ma vletan vote gâté. Sous passe à fait yon moun mener moun pour faire fait baou. Et puis là, quand mettez quoi? Pas servi ou sur le travail, pas servi peine qui en pochoua. Là, quand allez, yon ka produit yon peine en bouffe là-bas ou. Yon ka produit yon lead pencil, servi pour voter. Là, quand voter, moi ça nous voulons mettre, nous pas voulons aller en chasse nevier tellement. Ou quand voulons mettre yon quoi, 2 quoi, 3 quoi. Non, mettez yon sel. Yon ti quoi, bon étoile. Il pas mêler classe non qui là, mais mettez bon étoile. Ou quand fait yon one, tout le monde ça fait one. Qui ou à l'école, qui ou pas à l'école ça fait one. Là fait yon one. Ou quand prend l'autre one, ou quand fait passer en l'air ou non faire. En l'air en mi-temps ligne là. Bon étoile là. Et puis vote ça la passe à gâter. Et grand pour supporter John Paul Estan. Mr. John Paul Estan is a community man. He is willing to work with you. He has been there with you. And brothers and sisters, give him that chance to continue working with you. By chance là, pour travailler, continuer à travailler pour un Babonneau. John Paul, with you the people of Babonneau, he will be the next district rep. So Osway a dit, c'est flamboa, hot sa wete fâché, c'est flamboa, hot sa wete rara. But let me tell you something. Alan Shastey never will be Prime Minister of this country again. Because the mood all across the land, tout partout en cette ici, the mood is ready. Mamai Babonneau, thank you and good night.
Bye bye Flambeau. Bye bye Flambeau. C'est Flambeau en waché. C'est Flambeau en ram. C'est Flambeau en waché. C'est Flambeau en ram.
That's very nice.
Thank you, Comrade Neestor. Put our hands together one more time for Comrade. Always on point, never disappoints. All right, guys. Just in case you are wondering in terms of your ID card status, whether or not your ID card is expired, you can vote on it. You can vote on that day. If you have your passports, you can also use your passports. If they expired, not a problem. As long as your picture is on there, you are able to vote. And just for ID verification, if you don't know where you are voting, you can go down to the office opposite the Babonneau Health Center. You can go there to get your IDs, your voting status checked. Again, si ou pas sav ki kote ou kay vote, ou sa ale office la opposite Babonneau Health Center. La kay ni yon de bel madame la ki kay assiste ou, kay do ki kote ou ka vote. Also, if there is anybody bedridden, please let us know in advance so we can make all preparations necessary for these persons to go out. We'll make the arrangements to pick them up, take them to vote, and bring them back home. This is very, very important. We are not leaving anybody behind. Nou pa ka kite pièce moun derrière, chaque vote ka compte. Et nou ni pou pese vote en do Titus Preville, fay sav, I bate pou jamais fè kalte manchot sa et koy. So we're moving right along with the program. We'd like to call on no other than Mr. Angus Flora to the podium to make his contribution to this meeting. Put your hands together for Mr. Angus Flora, please.
Show me your hand, represent where you from. Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the 14 polls. Nous gatten tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau.
Bonsoir, Jean Babonneau. Bonsoir toutes gens la croix. C'est un bon plaisir pour moun ka sorti dehors pour supporter John Paul Estan. C'est un bon signe pour l'élection qui pour venir. Nous n'y moins temps pour nous aller voter. Et nous n'y pour aller voter et puis yon intention. Yon l'idée, yon intention, yon direction. Et direction ça là, à ce jour décembre 1er, c'est pour voter by St. Lucia Labour Party, voter by John Paul Estan as endorsed candidate nous. Nous n'y pour qui y pas yon candidate no more, but il y a un parliamentary representative pour représenter nous en Babonneau. Moi aussi voulais dire que John Paul c'est un homme qui n'a bonne intention. John Paul c'est pas un homme qui il connaît tout bagaille. Il c'est un homme qui a coûté, il c'est un homme qui a discuté, et il c'est un homme nous ça mettez confiance nous en dedans. Puisque Prime Minister même mettait confiance en dedans et gouvernement et qui présentait nous avec John Paul pour nous travailler puis. Et moi je dis pour tout Jean Babonneau qui là il c'est un plaisir pour moi ouais sortir dehors autant pour bailler John Paul si pour il besoin. Et moi je dis aussi that UWP là vous regardez UWP La pas ni pièce raison pour nous ni pièce doubt en l'idée nous pour nous voter by Labour. UWP nous ni pour rejecter yo. Nous ni pour faire yo savent yo pas important, yo pas intéressé en cette lycée puisque travail UWP c'est pour point pain en bouche sur cette lycée avec by foreigners manger avant nous. L'année un programme gouvernement introduced by just cette lycée papier the distress fund. The distress fund program. The distress fund program c'est un programme gouvernement introduced by just cette lycée côté qui ici on y caillot ti brûlé ou bien caillot ti topé dommagé en n'importe situation gouvernement ça venu assister yo et là UWP vient pouvoir yo croiser programme ça et programme ça ka serve moun ti vulnerable moun ti pauvre et UWP pas intéressé en moun ti pauvre un pays. So yo scrap programme là et yo quitte tout moun a sous compte yo. Aussi le gouvernement Labour toujours qu'a servi un civil servant pour préparer budget pays. But le UWP vient en power, yo ka mene foreigners vin take care of ces matters ça là. En public service là ni moun ti intelligent, moun ti connaît faire ces bagages ça tout en tant John Compton, c'est moun ça là ti faire ces programmes ça. En tant Kenny Anthony, en tant Stephenson King. But from the time Alan Chastanet vini Prime Minister cette lycée, il pas ni pièce confiance en public servant, il pas ni pièce confiance en Jean pays ça. So il a mené Jean d'or pour venir préparer budget ban nous. Et kaka court pays à rototo là. So me ga di Australia pour chebe fort goumer by Labour Party, goumer John Paul, goumer by John Paul et make sure jour pour vote nous tous aller avec vote en grande quantité, en grand limo. Yon bagay me ga di Australia c'est très important. Il bon pour attendre ces meetings là. But sous pas ni ID card ou sous pas register, nous pas ça faire ça nous voulons faire. So on encourage tout le monde ici en Australia, make sure you register, make sure you need ID card yo, because ça c'est un priority. Nous ni pour gagner élection ça, nous ni pour gagner dans go manière. Nous voulons John Paul en disant gouvernement cette lycée, nous voulons John Paul en cabinet et nous voulons bailler John Paul tout support. So, messieurs et dames, je vais dire, c'est un bon bagage qui a venu pour bailler John Paul support, mais plus gros support, c'est jour élection, jour pour aller voter. So, préparez qu'on nous, get everything right, and on that day, make sure we go and vote, put the X by John Paul Estan. Support the Labour Party and our reward will be great. So thanks very much for this opportunity to be speaking on the platform. Let's continue to give John Paul our support. Thank you very much.
John Paul is for all. Nous qu'a fait préfil fall. Bagay la wet pa mol. J'espère taper sa goal. Make Labour Party stand tall. Make Labour Party stand tall. And we shall never fall. Nous pas qu'a fait bobol. Touche Babonneau. There we go. Vote back. Afabo. Last the bout de chat. Last the bout de chat. Last the bout de chat. Last the bout de chat.
Thank you, Angus. Can we put our hands together one more time for Angus? Good Creole speaking, and your message will not go on deaf ears. It will definitely not fall on deaf ears, because for sure, nous pawe, nous tout pawe, et nous kay pese vote at do titus. So we're moving along with the program. I would like to call on a tourism guru, a gentleman who has been in the industry for eons now and can tell you everything that the tourism industry has entailed. So I call on no other than Brother Stanley, Nobi, Lucen. Can we put our hands together for Brother Nobi, everybody?
John Paul is for all. Nous qu'a fait préfil folle. Bagay la wet pas molle. J'espère taper sa drôle. Make Labour Party stand tall. Make Labour Party stand tall. And we shall never fall. Nous pas qu'a fait bois ball. Push your Babonneau. There we go. Vote back. Half a mot. Last the bout des chasses finigo. PJ people.
Maman, il est là, bonsoir. Bonsoir, because bonsoir, nous partons l'autre jour, nous jouons en situation nous actuellement. Nous jouons côté de préparer quoi nous, toujours nous caler en l'abattoir à l'acheter viande. Mais actuellement, nous tous savons toujours viande qui est en l'abattoir. So, là, nous venons là pour nous mettre quoi nous ensemble, pour nous dire que nous parler pour M. John Paul en chance pour aller à Camisoli et puis nous tous qui suivons nous qui essayer pour dire où va représenter nous. C'est pas un bagage nous qui été derrière. Maman il a bandou ça soir. Soir moi dans monde qui va la bonne chasse mais moi pas petit bail là tellement. Moi derrière tout le monde qui a avec lui, moi qui connaît lui. Ba mon Dieu ça. Ti bail là qui là a menti tellement. Il a oublié ti mounier en business lui. Ti bail là qui là il méchanceté. Il méchanceté. Là yo teni bail me racuyer là. Aïe. Là bail ça vini cette ici. Nous teni tout gomal là tout bail qu'on aller vini cette ici. Covid. Là monsieur méchant tellement. Là monsieur aller en house là, il dit qu'on a fermé le pays. C'est Mougla qui l'a dit, bail c'est mon chance pour aller acheter commission. Parce que si vous fermez le pays, c'est mon supposé préparer. Il dit jamais. Jamais. Il ferme le pays en laissant mon nom. Laisse ça là, ils monté au cap. Ils monté au cap. Ils ont dit tout grand caillou au cap. Tout boire, toute la bière, tout manger à dans caillou au cap. Et puis moi pour regarder pour vol d'hiver, j'orange, figue qui tombe pour nous manger. C'est ça qu'il a fait. Moi je ne vais pas la boîte Dominique. Il y a un jour, avant 4 mois qui passaient, moi je suis sur la boîte là. Les chasses déjà payent venir, moi je dis pas de nous sortir. Il dit moi nous faisons bon là. Il dit moi non, moi juste Adam il dit moi Dominique sort là. So Dominique a venu, il a dit oh pas parler, moi dis pas il sort là. Nèg gon nom tabalo kabe combat miti nèg ti moun yo nom ni pour me balek pour chaste nous pas faire ça Nobi moi dit non mais tu vas la foi du respect là moi vini la talk c'était route kabe te mon assis là on a fait meeting on dit on a parlé gon nom ka venir pas moi ti moun yé vous comprenez c'est tout ça nga mucho c'est pour dou qu'on houseware that nous ni pour pas ouais nous pour nous make sure that nous tirer ces moun en pouvoir. Et pièce là où est-ce là? C'est pas how the pièce qu'on house up. Là nous allons World Travel Market l'Angleterre in 2010. Là nous allons World Travel Market. Pierre, c'était Minister of Tourism 2006. C'est Minister of Tourism. Pierre était en lettre et puis nous cachébé. Là il était ça dans Rose Voice. Il était ça drive libre à World Travel Market. Bougla c'est un homme qui naturel. C'est un homme qui mettez quoi en position pour comprendre qui mon oué. Avec ça Philippe Pierre. Manière Philippe Pierre corporate. Philippe Pierre tout ça il a fait, il a dormi, il a levé, c'est où qui a l'idée. Il veut ouais, c'est ici aller plus meilleur, plus nouveau passer. C'est pour ça souhait en Amado. Tout ça où est qui mérite faire pour souhait. En nous mettez un seul gâchil. Ça fait qui nous a dit nous gagner élection, nous pas gagner élection par crowd. Nous avons gagné l'élection par vote. Nous méritons aller à vote. Bon, nous avons une stratégie pour nous savoir qui nous gagner l'élection. Je vais John Paul il dit moi midi ni pour gagner. Nous supposons gagner l'élection, les gars fait 11h30 pour midi pour yonner. Raison qui nous ni pour faire ça, c'est là nous allons mettre agent nous tout le monde et puis livre vote nous. Les Nobi en tout cas titik. Laisse entrer comme un titique. Bon, nous savons combien de monde qui tout partout. Là, il y a midi, ngay kuyo, ngay du kon ha, moi hani 5,000 qui votent, moi ni 4 qui salé bas. So, den ti man yaw yeban là. Bon, nous savons combien de monde qui vote Babonneau. So, les gars fait bon, yon est di désert, nous savons nous entrer. Nous pas espérer 6 heures pour crier Nobi pour Nobi nous gagner. On gagne élection à bonnet. On nous pas retirer home nous avec acide, avec kadi kon ha, l'applique à venir, m'a côté na vote, on ça embêter moi, ça te fait avec Alvina. Mistake ça te fait avec Alvina. On se donne chez l'appli. Moun là yo ka vote, balata yo pas ka lay top l'appli. Mais si on prend ça sérieux. Flambeau ou Kawagila, yo ka dou ma vote. Comment on ping. Yo pouvier, ti a sou ligne la kay vote. Bon, ou ni pouve ba ça sérieux. Mr. John Paul ka vie mette tourisme Babonneau. Il ni pour commencer et puis ba tourisme. Il ni assoir l'air la plateau. Nous ni pour ça rencontrer là pour nous ça garder qu'on look out by tourist. Nous ni pour ça commencer mettre bagay en place. Nous ni pour ça vie aller à Guantans, à garder well watching. Because Jean Babonneau ni talent. Et talent ou ni pour développer talent ou ni pour tirer ces moun pour reprendre ça ni. Nous ni pour ça garder ti manière. Nous ça venir ensemble pour nous travailler ensemble. Because whole la vie moi depuis ou pas travailler ensemble ou pas aller devant. Yon un chay moun ka fait chay plus léger. Mr. John Paul, c'est moi vle faire, moi vle toujours garder pour ces mounans qui méritent garder pour. Depuis il fait ça, il a une bénédiction from Bodier. Because pour lui pour comprendre qui ça calé là actuellement. Élection c'est qui là. Chasse n'est plus worried parce que jamais en la vie, chasse n'est pas allé Houston, il est allé Texas. Là il arrive à sous airport là, yo couillé, yo dit qu'on a maestro akay adressé pays. Il va right turn ni couivier. Là yo vini il descend, là il lance là ouais tout quoi. Ouais yo gars. Là où ka jump up c'est débat ka faut jump up. C'est Aïda la dit bête ni bien mais quoi pour paix et puis ou pas faire propre. Because li va te jamais quoi. Li tout ça il est ka faire, il ka bluff. Oui. Puis il pas ka bluff. Puis il pas que ni donné. Là Pierre dou ko hanga tu dernier jour on qui a Pierre ya. Veille ga jouer. Puis il pas ka bouc ka bay blague. Pierre c'est un homme, pas ça faire blague et puis. Les Pierre dou on a fait ça, c'est ça on a fait. Monsieur, on dit pour comprendre l'élection ça a servi tellement. Si pour les vaguer Préville, moi connais Préville. Moi travaille avec Préville en tourisme. Moi j'étais président national d'Action Union. Préville c'est le permanent secretary in the Ministry of Tourism. Préville pas un politicien. Depuis ou ka honte ou pas un politicien. Depuis là moun kay dou marche ou aller pour pas vivre ou pas un politicien. Préville c'est un homme il a poussé quoi because il quoi là ni une chance that si chance ne perd il gagne prime minister. C'est ça qui est l'idée. Ouais, c'est ça qui est l'idée Préville. Préville va pièce calder moun pour venir Babonneau et pour dire il gagne. Préville va faire football. Il va faire topi. Il va faire map. So là il dit Babonneau côté qui dit autant monde qui est intelligent. Autant monde qui est sport en yo. Si ça Préville va faire. Ou pas ni pour ver Préville qu'on y est. On nous prend Guy. Guy Joseph Ouegila. C'est un petit bouc qui méchant avec mais l'élection c'est à Cabrile, il fait toute élection en la vie. Il va jamais une élection, il va faire quoi? C'est avec lycée, il dégage un coin. Il dégage quoi? Il dégage les Joachim, il dégage bon homme. Mais lycée, tu avais un lait consensi. Là où les femmes qui avaient un là, messieurs, pas une des jours. Il dit 3 ans de lycée à travail en l'air, Gaï va faire ça. Là, il met tête lui dehors, il a flotté. Et puis, il a dit ça. C'est pour ça qu'il a dit nous qui ici en Soya, nous ni pour mettre quoi nous ensemble, nous ni pour aller devant, nous ni pour make sure que nous gagnons élection ça là, par toute élection nous ni pour gagner. Ou pas ça mettre Babonneau en opposition. Because the kind of opposition c'est ici. L'autre monde qui a dit oh nous voulons opposition. Pas de opposition pour avoir 10 années. Moun qui a quitté l'autre side et assis l'autre side là, mais Jean Babadien, pas de l'opposition Babad. Manière Pierre là, Pierre pas besoin d'opposition, Pierre qui a travaillé cher, Pierre pas besoin de prêcher pour travailler. On y a nomme toutes les en House of Assembly, il n'a pas de problème speaker. Il était monsieur Daniel, il était madame qui était là, Théodore. Tout le monde y a le cas là, il n'a pas de problème. Seul côté, chasse pas de problème. C'est là qu'ils parlent en house là. Et puis, là ils parlent en l'audience là. Les juges là disent, tout ça, on va dire là, Ibrahim. Est-ce qu'ils parlent de ça? Il dit oui, mais on va pas pour dire parce que c'est pour nous représenter. Seul côté, il va vendre des autres. Tout côté chasse, il y a un problème. So, là, il dit, nous, on va changer. Ou j'aime encore sauver la paix. Toute manière chasse, il dit, où on dit, je sais. Chaque mauvais tel non, pas avec boucle là. Pièce là, il n'y a pas mis jeune ouais. Il a mis hat noir tout seul en l'air. Pièce là où il n'y a pas mis jeune ouais, il a hat noir en l'air. Juste pour crier non. Et puis tout ça, ouais, il a fait. Il a tué en politique. Il a en politique, c'est menti. Et puis, il a mutué en manière en chayba, il a fait. Laisse la stégue en politique. Il a des petites manières simplifiées. Il a aimé Jean Blanc, chayo. Et puis, il y a tout en l'air. Il dit qu'on a l'air on va pas besoin de viser pour aller en Amérique. Hey, chasse de la vol dans les pas de viser pour l'Amérique. Où ça dit ça, M. Wagner dit moi? Manager à Calabash, il me dispose à arrêter. Arrêter. On va pas dire moun bail comme ça. Toute sa chasse qui était faite en dernière élection pour gagner, nous habawé. Nous bawé. Because menti, mania bail calé, mania bail fait. Chasse pas belé puis moi pour. Tout ça ouais chasse qu'a fait pour mettre moi pour terre. Ve tourist board là. Ve jazz. Pour la croiser toute bagaille en jazz. Pour la mettre en bagaille tous les jours là dans différents. Là le soleil levé, là le soleil descend, là le soleil à sous côté. Juste dit pas ouais. D'accord pour pas travailler. Pour lui pour comprendre ça. Tout ça pour la a fait. C'est ici, c'est pour faire méchant ou je sais ici pas flotter. Moi bah il a laissé Vincent là. Côté right now, leader of opposition c'est Vincent. Et puis un autre leader et puis un autre petit bouquet en jaune. C'est ça qui fait. Yo dit comme ça actuellement that il need citizenship de côté Canada et Vincent. Yo have let yo dit sous une idée ou pour la Dieu ou pas monter. Ou pas monter. Quiz cap moi yo actuellement c'est Vincent là because c'est mon dit ou pas ça dit de côté ou c'est ou ni citizenship pour. Aïda ou c'est Vincent Canada. Bon, chasse nègre là, il nous lisez pas Joseph ici. Il est un Canadien. Là, il perd l'élection en l'histoire. Là, il vole, les malades poignent. Là, il lève, il est Canada. Il fait 3 mois Canada. Il fait presque avoir 2 mois Canada. Là, il a deux sitting house là, il a tué. Parce que si tu es venu à toi, il y a des gars dehors. Tout ça, vous l'avez fait, c'est pour dérespecter moi pour être des bêtises. Monsieur Oswaya, nous avons des hot souple. On nous make sure nous préparer pour vote. On nous make sure nous venir ensemble pour nous mettre quoi nous à la manière pour nous avoir une élection. On nous garder cette manière, tout ça nous besoin faire. Comité, nous avons mis Babonneau à Kousa, c'est un comité pour nous make sure que toute place en Babonneau, il y a un monde qui représente cette place là. Mr. John Paul, ça tout partout, tout plein. On dit pour dire un monde qui parle puis tout le monde a différents côtés. Vous voulez un balata, vous voulez un bogis, vous voulez un ici. Et puis tous les semaines, nous, tous les mois, et des semaines, nous avons ensemble pour dire qui ça qu'a fait. La quoi? Ouais, la quoi? Nous réalisons dans la chimie qui mérite de manger. So, then, li actuellement, avec moi, il garde le chimie, ça y est. On nous a une représentation tout partout. On nous c'est moun nous ka ni ka représenter nous. Make sure tout le monde connaît le travail. Et puis là où fait ça, on va pas tellement stress en là. Because La ni moun qui méchanceté. Flambeau nation moun qui méchanceté. Yo mauvais. Yo jalousie. Yo pas aimé satisfait. C'est yo yon qui veut vivre. Pour depuis di moun kon ha. Ou di pour careful et yo. Very careful et yo. Et puis on soit ngadou, ngakidou et puis yon ba yo soit. Make sure that l'élection là nous kay vote et puis nous pas ouais pour y vote, nous ka vote et puis en team. Nous savons nous ka faire, nous ka aller pour gagner et n'a pas la vote Préville. Préville c'est pas un nom pour nous perdre nous pas la vote. Préville vient pour nous en compagnie pour faire la vie nous plus à l'aise. Préville pas venir pour gagner élection Babonneau. Ou ka wete Babonneau, ou ka wete Dichime, ou ale kako, ou ka soupe la mek an moun. Who are you? I'm Mr. Preville. Where you come from? Where you come from? I was born in Babonneau. Babonneau, where? Yeah, because li pa te heme kwe anjou yi ka yi vie Babonneau. Li pa te heme kwe sa, yi te kwe, la ou ka moute, yi pa heme kwe vie de son. Ou pe nom kon nom, tout bon nou moute, pou pon lot bolon li pou vie de son pou vie boy. Et c'est ça qui calait la hodia. Messieurs, on nous est ensemble, on nous travaille ensemble, on nous mette quoi nous ensemble. On nous garde des petits manières, nous savons faire M. John Paul plus populaire, plus maire. On nous pas bailler mal tête, petits manières pour nous rendre pays. Et qui ont baillé n'a quitté notre pays. C'est la Labour Party en one sala, one élection sala. Là, il y a voici les bases qui posées par Nobi vient plus haut. Ma vle ten da tout ka di mwen, tout le monde ni pour manger. Tout le monde ni pour manger, chasse de 40 pays à Trump. Les Trump gwe madame la là, tout ces moun qui te pi là où te pi. You must work with your people that is with you, your foundation, the people that start with you, take care of them. Make sure they stay with you. Make sure anything that happens, you don't have to look back. They are with you. And whatever we do this time, I am praying that our government will take care of the people that is there with us tonight, taking rain, thunder, lightning. We supposed to be treated better because it has hurt me. A lot of people I have never seen by no political party, nowhere. They are all the way in England, everywhere with Labour. And we have the talent in front of me there. They are not giving us a break. Gentlemen, I want that break. And I'm saying that tonight, this is what I'm asking for. And thank you very much.
Signal Productions.
Yes, I. My Labour. Let's go. I tell you yes to Labour and no to Flabo. We feel ready, no. Jump up for Babonneau. Why they happy so? Jump up for Babonneau. Why people
Thank you.
So?
Thank you, DJ. And of course, if we could have anchored that speech, we would definitely do it. Thank you so much, Mr. Nobi. And again, a direct message to our candidate. This is going to resonate with all of us. Make sure you take care of the ones who have been with you from the get-go. And of course, it would be remiss of me again not to, jab at Titus Preville. Because Titus Preville uttered that he neglected Babonneau for 40 years. He neglected Babonneau for 40 years. And all of a sudden, he wants to claim Babonneau to be his. Titus, oof. Never ever gonna happen, buddy. On the UWP ticket, okay, so we're moving along with the program. Our next speaker is a dear friend of Babonneau. He does not live too far, and he's not even too far from me. Alright, so I'd like to call on Mr. Frank Charles to the podium to make his contribution to the meeting.
Good night. My wish in 2010, moi-même à la de Calypso, mais moi wish me de ça. I tell the fellas ring the bell. I tell the fellas ring the bell. I tell the fellas ring the... Bella ring at him on Gagoui. Bella ring on Gagoui. What ka hele amwe? What ka hele amwe? C'est un bluff. Ek moi toujours dit, I want to say that, and I'll always say that. Moi toujours ka garder politics, and I juxtapose it to a relationship with a man and a woman. Let's just say, and I'm feeling proud. Who's that word here? Moi enjoy comme. Moi enjoy comme tell me pour qui ça. Alan Chasney proved me right. And a lot of us right. Nous toujours dit monsieur, direction ite ka prend pas bon. Et les monsieur vini your way. Et qui dit I'm sorry. I will not do it again. That means you admitting that you are wrong. So if you juxtapose it, and the women will know that too well. Les bougla faire ça et faire coucou day. Darling, come and check me out tonight. I'll take you to dinner. At work, ou gan fleur, quand on ko fleur ga sorti. Ko sa ouvier me ma ko avie kay la. Boutou bouk bak. Mais pas qu'à faire ça avec Alan Chasney. That is the trick. So Lucen lot la di. Ikay bay moun 1,000 lots. Ou fait 15 years à gouvernement. Ou pas bay moun pa yon ti chote. Permanent ti dampa ou chele ou de piti. Loka jouer coquillage, pa plein sac. Permanent ti bay te ko bay se moun. But brothers and sisters, this election is serious business and is for continuation. We have to help Philip J. break the cycle. Nous pas à toi ignorons cette liste. Pour tout laisser 5 years par ici, 5 years par là, 5 years par ici, 5 years. Nous ka casser cycle ça on ça. We have to break the cycle. Let Philip J. continue. Tout laisser deux bouts de ça par ici, deux bouts de ça par là, deux bouts de ça. Ça va deux bouts de ça. So if we have anything to stop, let's stop the 5-year cycle. Let us stop it. And let us continue with Philip J. And Philip J. in his wisdom and all the selection process, selected John Paul. Who knows Philip? Knows him very well. Philip J. is a man that is very, very calculated in his business. Lower Philip J. And I could tell you that, brothers and sisters, when you hear Philip J. announce a project, know that the money is there. Lucen Philip J. announced December 1st is election day. In the Westminster system, where the government could call an election at any time, they give you 21 days or 14 days, something like that. And the only time you see a government will struggle and struggle like Alan Chasney did in 2021, buying time. Yeah, the Stanley. But si nous ne pouvons pas Stanley, Alan Chasney, et nous ne pouvons pas Stanley, but we had time, Ok, on passe à Philippe Fair by Chasney. Chasney de 1.6, nous pouvons 4, nous viens square. Nous viens square. So, Marvel PS plan body when he called it before time. Nous viens square. Now, a lot of you doesn't know that. Si vous écoutez Shelton Daniel Hodia, you dit like I need a special guest qui parle à la plateforme bébé. Mais en fouillant, moi fouiller. And I'll tell you, not break news like here because of this here, pay attention. Who savent qui laisse guest là là? Mon problème à mon dit mais qui laisse yo quoi? Guest là à là.
personne baga tire ça? Spider. Qui spider ça over there? Un beau gars fait ça? The guest that is speaking there, unlike Andy Daniel, came to speak for his brother. Guest that he parle against way. Bon, il parle rien against way. Eh? He says, Jeffrey, they are good friends, they are brothers. Mais il pas qu'à align avec chasteté. Il pas qu'à align avec chasteté. So si il pas qu'à align avec chasteté, qui monte où avec moi pour align avec chasteté? He is not supporting his brother to bring chasteté back in office. So we're not supposed to support this man. So when Titus will come here and tell you, and that is what kills me with Titus, because he has said it to me, vote for me, I'll be the leader. How are you going to be the leader? You are promoting Osu Hot Munna. Why you want to promote? That's the seat. You know he's not good. Why come and sell him when you know he's not good? So you want to buy your own time. Our lives, our grandchildren, our children is too important for the next 5 years. Let Philip J. Pierre continue. Ek Naidusa, Pagade Puro, Ek Pearson. We have 18 more days to go. Walk on your P's and Q's. Pray pour aussi le marché. Pas try casser jamou. Pas try blesser corps.
That's right.
Wait intact.
That's right.
Pas même couper de tout.
That's right.
Sous ça ou pas en chef, pas aller I try chop saisonner. Pas couper de tout. Because vous bougez de ça bouti. So it is important that we vote. We have to vote. We have to vote for John Paul, and John Paul will be one more seat to help Philip J. Pierre govern. We have to do that. So when you look at Babonneau, we voting for continuity. Nous pouvons continuer Zakaria. Ça qui a commencé, nous pouvons continuer. So Philip J. Pierre, Marvel dessert because Philip had the Opasa Ridley. Moi-même pas try read Philip J. Pierre. But Philip J. Pierre always has something of his sleeves. Avec personne, pas qu'il élection avant, s'il pas savent, il va gagner. So, Babonneau, n'averti ou, il pas nice, l'opposition. You have to help Philip J. Pierre. And to help Philip J. Pierre continue, you have to vote for John Paul, Estefan. So, okay, 10 come gimmick. Okay, 10 offer. Bagay ki pa faire science. 20,000 deposit by tout jeune moun. Monsieur, moi haten bay, moi même akon di bon jik block zoe moi. Ma reten nan rien encore. Too much gimmick. Bagay ki pa faire science. Maf la pa ka maf. It doesn't make sense. And I want you, when you leave here, I'm not just preaching to you because I know you are a diehard. You will go and vote. But listen to what we are saying so you could use it against your friends. Use it to the flabos. Avec Labour, passe à guerre, élection avec Labour to sell. We need people to come and join us. Nous besoin de monde pour venir joindre nous. So nous pas faire l'ennemi. Si tout flabo Babonneau, ça venir voter by John Paul, nous allons create history. So and create history. And I got a bon flambeau. And I got a bon no an independent voter. Let us look for these people for continuation. Moi, un jeune homme, dimanche, je suis pièce côté aux autres. Je suis là où les affaires. Et les gars, the mood is red. Les gars, ça, envoyez dedans. C'est moi qui suis couillé là. Et c'est ce qu'a dit moi, I vote. Allez, I vote by tel monde. Je dis ça parce que je dis c'est le live là. Je dis côté là. Je dis, je sais sur moi. Je jamais qui dégage tu descends dans la live vote against Philippe J. Pierre. Je dis, moi sur le gouvernement, c'est l'année, ça c'est ça. Il passe après. So, il ne peut pas regarder pour des arguments que c'est. Il ne peut pas dire rien, mais ils savent. Les deux first venir, et ils startent mon tour qui a live vote.
il pas acheter gouvernement ça. And there's a lot of people that feels the same way. Là, il y a chai flambeau, pas flambeau chasné, hein. Real flambeau, c'est louche flambeau. Tu as dit, il n'y a pas caché le gouvernement ça. And Patrick Europe, au besoin, and not parler nous pour voter, et pour nous mener nous nous pouvons pas mener yo and the whole camp plan pour faire Babonneau plus fort. We have to do that. We have to increase the numbers. So l'autre élection, mon pas ici à souhait et qu'à gourmet, qu'à garder pour moun pour venir voter. Nous supposons ni moun en masse from Debawa descend pour tout le monde. Nous supposons moun en masse. John Paul pan bouka travail au Tawed. Moi pan bouka travail au Tawed. My brother there, pas si bouka travail au Tawed. Angus pas si bouka travail au Tawed. We supposed to, I want to know. Angus, où ça manière il est l'opposition. Là nous la côté vote. Et nous quoi nous gagner. Les bails lâcher où ça vous faire mes bonnets. Et nous courir. Nous pas voulons courir pour ça. Moi et Angus et les autres c'est bon là. Nous voulons être là pour compter tout. Angus quand il va blague là, il va battre. Là il garde pour moi en 2016 moi j'ai courir. Ah bah couche moi pas ordi. Moi pas couche moi pas ordi 2016. Mais 2021 moi était dans pour jouer. Est-ce que moi Sylvie pour ça va jouer encore. Donc je Babonneau on va jouer encore. On the first. I know a belle Noël. A nice Christmas. Good night.
Bye bye Flabo. Bye bye Flabo. C'est Flabo wash it. C'est Flabo run. C'est Flabo wash it. C'est Flabo run. We are let's travailler. Malade que préfère. We are let's travailler. Malade que préfère.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Can we put our hands together one more time for Mr. Frank Charles? Very, very nice words. Before I call our next speaker, we just want to reach out to everybody who's following us online. Right? I think our numbers are very, very solid. But for those of us here, 500. Over 500, boy. Wow. So what's the stuff? For those of us here, I want you all to take off your phones and send a message to a friend. Let them know that a big secret is about to be revealed tonight here in Babonneau. A big, big secret. And I really hope that our next speaker is in the mood for it. So folks, everybody, let's put our hands together for the former chairman of the United Workers' Party. I think he's somewhere around, brother Andy Daniel, who's supposed to tell us what the big secret is.
Bye bye Flabo. Bye bye Flabo. C'est Flabo wash it. C'est Flabo run. C'est Flabo wash it. C'est Flabo run. We are let's travailler. Malade que préfère. We are let's travailler. Malade que préfère.
Babonneau, let me start slightly differently. Let me say something that I didn't say the last time. Let me say that because it was my first time on the Labour Party platform, I should have said that it was indeed an honor and privilege to be on the Labour Party platform. I should have said that. And I should have said to John, thank you for bringing me here. Thank you, my brother. You see, The song that just played. DJ, just run a line again.
Bye bye Flambeau. Bye bye Flambeau. C'est Flambeau en waché. C'est Flambeau en rara.
I appeared next to my brother and Flambeau got bazoti. They are around. They wondering what is it I have in my mind. They wondering if they can trust their own guy. But I will say to them, whether they call people snake or not, whether they call people rejected or not, they should look in the backyard. Lani, please. Lani, please. How I say it in Patois? So my brothers and sisters, let me say something now. Since that meeting in Babonneau, Flabo has gone all over. Have all their self talking nonsense. Looking for all kind of crap about people. Tell them search. Tell them look up and down. Over and under. And when they find what they think they find, they will let us know. So whilst they're on Facebook talking crap, let them know that Andy Daniel stand firm and committed to John Paul Estefan. I stand firm and committed to this Labour Party under Philip Gipier. And I stand firm and committed to see Alan Chaste is not, and I repeat, not and will not be our Prime Minister in this country again. That is what I stand firm and committed to. That is what. So, I don't think it was appropriate to come and do this, but let me do it. January 23rd is what we call Nobel Laureate Day. So on January 23rd, listen to this. I wrote to the National Executive members, United Workers' Party, Colony House, John Compton Highway, Castries. The mission, vision, and values of the United Workers' Party, in essence, captures the fundamental principles and beliefs of our party. In recent time, I have seen the eroding of these within our party structure and the general acceptance of a new ethos. Our aim to be the preferred political party of St. Lucia and regaining the seat of power from the St. Lucia Labour Party should never be achieved by sacrificing our fundamental principles and beliefs. This new approach, I disagree with. I am therefore resigning as chairman of the United Workers' Party with immediate effect. I was not fired. I got out of the mess that the UNWP is now is. That is the problem. Sapa Flabo! That's not what Sir John stood for. And I'm saying to Babonneau, wherever you hearing my voice, do not vote for your candidate here in the person of Titus Breville, because it is to make Alan Chaste Prime Minister of this country. And I'm saying no to Alan Chaste. And you should too say no to Alan Chaste. He does not like you. Women, I know for a fact Alan does not like intelligent, independent women. And if you don't believe me, there is a long list that I can give you. Ask Gilroy Gilbert. Ask her. There's a long list, my brothers and sisters of Babonneau. Alan don't like intelligent, independent, and my brother has a strong women. He does not. And regardless of what he will say, don't believe him. And as for the young people, Alan is just using you now, making promises to you that remind me of a Denry segment song. I'm not sure what the writer meant or the singer meant when he said, whether it is a girlfriend, wife, husband speaking to somebody, and he asks a question. When you getting me the gold chain? When I from Laba? Alan Chasney is a from Laba. When I from Laba Prime Minister he was. And we do not want that again. He will make promises, and these promises shall never be kept. Remember, we had 5 to stay alive. We had 5 for 5. And now 7 SOS. Because he's a smart man. He show you in your face something. But you have 5 years. All the 7 for 7 or 5 for 5 or 5 to stay alive can be achieved in 2 months. What happened to the rest of the 5 years? So he can say to you, I have achieved my manifesto because I have already given you the 5 for 5 or the 7 SOS. And the rest of the 5 years, he will do whatever he feels like to please his people. Alan Chasney, remember, Alan Chasney, my meeting with you, in Viewfort, along with one other gentleman, the restaurant at the end of the airport, remember my meeting there with you. Remember my meeting. And Babonneau, you know I take notes. I'll get to the notes one day with you, but let them know I take notes. So, Alan has no guts to simply say to the young people that the youth economy makes sense, that the youth economy works. He refuses to say that. But he will come to you and say, I will give you $25,000. But that is the same thing that Philip Jepierre is doing, even if you do not want to acknowledge it. Come on, man. Be honest and tell the people the truth that Philip Jepierre economy is working for them, not against them. When you want to tell St. Lucian, it's time to right the wrong. Tell me, Alan Chasney, tell me, when after losing the election, did you come to the people and say that some of my policies were wrong? Some of my policies affected you. Kenny Anthony did it and he won again. Why can't you? Because as far as you believe that the only wrong that there is to make or to correct or right is that the people voted against you. You want us to write that? We're not writing that. It was not a wrong. The people of St. Lucia were correct in kicking you out. They were correct in kicking you out. So we're not writing that wrong. It was not a wrong. It was like a Nike. Just do it. And that's what they did. My brothers and sisters of Babonneau, I have to leave you now because I have another meeting to go to. But your next meeting, I will be there again. And I will let you know. You want a secret? I will let you know what is really going on inside the United Workers' Party, because if you re-elect them, you're doing more harm to your own self than you think you will be doing good. Brothers and sisters, the mood is red.
Hey, 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 hey,
Thank you, Brother Daniel. We bid you a safe journey, and we are looking forward to seeing you on Thursday in Kabish. Yes, this coming Thursday, we're heading to Kabish for our public meeting. Tomorrow, all roads lead to Denry for a national meeting. On Friday, we have a joint session with Grozile. It's kind of like a lime somewhere in Shock, so we're asking everybody who's able, bring your rags, bring your flag, come with your horns, come with your taboo. On Friday, we are painting Shock red. It's a collaboration between Babonneau and Grozile. All right, so we're moving along with our program. Our very next speaker is a former parliamentary representative for Babonneau, a former minister for health, and of course, she is now the president of the Senate. Please help me in welcoming to the podium President of the Senate, Honorable Alina Reos.
Babonneau breeze, jump off, stand tall like the island trees. Voice of the children and the youth, John Paul, playing dreams, watch them ride. Farmers feeling sorry, women breaking chains, elders sharing stories, to sunshine and rain, everyone included.
Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. Good evening, everybody. Bonsoir, mamay la Kwashabo. Bonsoir, mamay Mont Blanc, Mont Vent. Good evening to Gara people. Good evening to Plateau, Pebush, Babonneau Central, everywhere, wherever you're coming from. Bonsoir. Let me say to all those who have spoken before me, thank you very much, especially thank you to former Speaker Andy Daniel. I will be short because I'm looking at the time and it's 9:45. What is the ending time, Mr. MC? I am a law-abiding citizen. Okay. How y'all doing, everybody? The mood is... The mood is in Lakwashobo, the mood is in Montfort, the mood is. Amen. Let's go. Let me say a special good night to our candidate, Brother John Estefan, and our former parliamentary rep, Michael Gaspar. He's outside tonight. Sisters and brothers, people of Babonneau, people watching online, I did not leave my home to come and promote Alan Chasney. I have no mention of the opposite side. I came here tonight to tell you what the St. Lucia Labour Party has done for the people of Babonneau and what the Labour Party intends to do for the people of Babonneau, along with our candidate, John Paul Estefan. I want us to focus. Moi vle nou gade aso ki sa ki important. What is important to the people of Babonneau? what has been done to the people for the people of Babonneau. And like John Paul and like Michael Gaspar, we are educators. And I'm walking tonight with the second Bible. This is the political Bible of the St. Lucia Labour Party. And it reads, from promises to reality. Everybody in Babonneau should have one of this in your home. You must see what Labour has done for you. Tout moun si pose nye copy sa a kayo. Tout jeune moun si pose nye copy sa pou li sa pou mama yo, ek papa yo, ek nenen yo, ek pawe yo. All of you must get a copy. Brother John Paul, you have to distribute it, have them in your car. And thank you, Sister Preville. I saw you giving them out tonight. All of us have to spread the good news of labor. But let me tell you, I want to make it relevant to the people of Babonneau. I want to make it relevant to people of Lakwa. Like I said in Kako, avant moi hadi, Labour Party ka gade pou tout moun, sa ki poko fet, ek sa ki asushi me ka ale. From the womb to the tomb, Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party has taken care of the people of St. Lucia. From the womb, every pregnant mother, every pregnant lady, toute femme qui enceinte ici, ka jwen service santé sapé, getting all the tests done free of charge for all pregnant women of St. Lucia. Everybody qualifies once you're pregnant. You get all the services, your test to make sure your ultrasound free of charge. And then when the baby is born, you get the services to check on the baby at the health centers. All of that is free of charge. And you know what is coming? Usav Kisaki Kavini. Universal child education for preschoolers. Universal preschool education. Let's maman la wive 2 ans, 3 ans, 4 ans, et top bonne pour your aller primary school ou capote your preschool. Early start is good for the children. The Prime Minister has declared that this will be free of charge. Our children can get an early start, and that is very good for all mothers, all working mothers. Toute maman qui ka travaille et qui on y mal tête, côté ou ka mette ti amay la, comme la on y pour payer. Philip J. Pierre ka you pas worry about ça. Ti amay you ka hen service preschool, pas worry about ça. So from the womb to the tomb, let us continue. From preschool, let Yamaila enter primary school. What has the Labour Party done? The Labour Party gives every child in primary school facility fees paid for. Facility fees paid for. You do not have to worry about paying 200, 300, 400, 500 for any child. Qui la get primary, qui Babonneau primary, qui Fouassa, qui Bodgis, qui n'importe l'école qui a les dépolettes, depuis sorti Babonneau, toute facility fees pay pour lui. And when they go to secondary school, laptop, free of charge, ou changer l'autre side la terre office, and we gave them the laptop. Qui sa question you made? Qui gagne qui a ça? A minister for education asked that. Qui gagne qui a ça? And we know the laptop is important. Toute maman in secondary school besoin un laptop to do research. to communicate, to type out their assignment, to email the assignment to the teachers. Every secondary school child in St. Lucia, under the St. Lucia Labour Party, got a laptop free of charge. And you know what more? Please. Those parents who could not pay for Wi-Fi, the St. Lucia Labour Party paid for a bundle for Wi-Fi for them so they could get access to use the laptop. That is a government that cares. And I heard one of the speakers said before, those before, they did not care about us. They did not care about us. They do not care how your children get education. Mama yo tout seul qui sa ale l'école l'autre pays. Mama yo tout seul qui bouse ni laptop. Mama yo tout seul qui ni pour aller preschool. But Babonneau children need to go to preschool too. Babonneau children need laptops too. Babonneau children need to get facility fees under $500 in Form 1. Babonneau children need it too. Babonneau people are important too. And Philippe J. Pierre, Kapwenke tout mamay tout partout. And we have a wonderful Minister for Education, the Honorable Sean Edward, coming from the Valley, just like John Paul. And after secondary school, you know what is coming? Prime Minister said the Labour Party government is paying for 4 CXC subjects for every Form 5 student writing CXC. Mamay Babonneau esu pawe pour un CXC paye by issue. Mothers and fathers of Babonneau, are you ready? Are you ready for a Labour Party government? Are you ready to see John Estefan rally for you in the parliament? Are you ready to see John Estefan represent you in the cabinet? That's just a little bit. But John Paul had more for you. John Paul has more plans for the people of Babonneau. Add that with what the Prime Minister has for St. Lucia, and Babonneau will be sailing. And then scholarships. Let apply, let issue apply for scholarship. Yo pas comme de SI Leba, SI jaune, SI rouge, SI orange, SI green. Tout monde qui qualify, tout jeune monde qui qualify, and I see some young people on this side. All young people who qualify to get a scholarship, you can get to university with a scholarship without paying except a few fees. Are you ready for that, Babonneau? Are you ready to see your young people go to Morocco and Taiwan and Cuba? Are you ready for Babonneau young people to be on the international stage? Are you ready, Babonneau? Are you ready for John Paul? Are you ready for Philippe J. Pierre to continue as your Prime Minister? Babonneau, are you ready to see Philippe J. Pierre continue as your Prime Minister? So what should you do? What should you do? When are you voting? What day are you voting? What day are you voting? The first day of December. What time will the polls be open? As we talking now, do you know where your ID card is? Super Sabco ID card, oh yeah, you better look for your driver's license or a passport. N'importe bagay ki di photo wale. Do you know where you are voting? Is your name on the voters list? Pa may nou ka hap tout partout there, John Paul. Ou sa chante Flora from now to next day. If your name is not on the voters list, it makes no sense. So I want to say to you, go to the Labour Party office in Babonneau. Go to the primary school in Babonneau, in Lague, in Borges, in Froissart. Go to the health center, the post office, Nepot Cote. They have the voters list. Check for your name and make sure your name is spelled correctly. If you are 18 years and above, check your name, the name of your mother, if she's alive, your father, your parent, your nenen, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, anybody, your children. Take everybody and check to see your whole generation voting on the 1st of December for John Paul Estan. I am pleased to hear Brother John Paul say he's ready to work with the young people of Babonneau in youth and sports and keep them fit. Because we know nous savons diabetes real, nous savons hypertension real, nous savons cancer real. So when John Paul gets on the field and he takes you walking and he takes you jogging and football and cricket coming down in Babonneau, we will have less and less people being obese, being sick, being having cancer. I expect that from John Paul. I expect and I know John Paul will continue with the turtle watch in Deborah. That's coming. I expect to see John Paul work with the hotel that's coming on down in Maki. It is coming. There are good things coming for Babonneau under John Paul Estan. Lawale vote. Remember, John Paul Estefan's name is first on the ballot paper. There are two popes. There is Pope Titus, Leo Titus, and there's Pope John Paul Estan. John Paul Estefan's name is first on the ballot paper. C'est mon lawai vote souple. Pas mette pièce l'autre bagay à sous ballot là. Only an X. Don't put no heart. Don't put no love. Don't put no kisses. Don't put no I love you. Don't put none of that. Just put an X next to John Paul Estan. The Labour Party. The Labour Party is the best thing that happened to St. Lucia since 2021. God bless the day Philippe J. Pierre became the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. Let's give our Prime Minister a round of applause. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! And let's give for what is coming for John Paul. We're giving him 2. We'll give him the 3 when he wins. Let's give John Paul 2 hip hips tonight. Hip hip! Hip hip! And when he wins on December 1st, by what time we want to get the win? By what time? No, il pas gagné by 8 o'clock. Huh? Il besoin chaque vote pour gagner. Okay? He needs 1,000+ votes. So by 8 o'clock, I don't think we'll have all those people on the line vote already. Let's give him a good, decent time. Mr. Gaspar, what time can we give? We say, Mr. Gaspar said by half day. By 12 o'clock on December 1st, John Paul Estan must be far ahead of Titus Breville in the polls. See you, Sam. If you know you're working far out of town, vote before you go to work. This is your right. Good evening, Brother Earl. Good evening. This is your right as a St. Lucian to vote. That's your human right to vote. So you vote before you go to work. Make sure. Bon, pas point whole journée pour vote. Okay? Vote and get to the people's work. Or go to work and come back vote and go back to work. Do not cause problems for John Paul. So my sisters and brothers, I want to remind you, moi vais vous changer. Les bâtés en gouvernement, Kenny Anthony employé en chai madame pour point care Guamon a community. From the north, the south, the east and west, we had people taking care of the elderly. Remember I tell you from the womb to the tomb? So he had elderly people being taken care of at their homes. They were trained very well. And then when Flora came in, the other side, way, they fired all the caregivers. They sent hundreds of women home. And they said they were 90% Labour Party supporters. I want to remind you, people of Babonneau, we have come too far. We cannot go back. Forward ever, backward never. The Prime Minister has employed our home caregivers again. They brought them back and now they are permanent. They are permanent workers in the system. They can go and take their loan. They can go by courts. They can go and do whatever. And I seen them there. I seen Muriel. I seen Jennifer. I seen them here tonight. I seen Jennifer Lopez. I seen them here tonight. And so we do not want. Do you want them to fire them again? Est-ce que vous voulez fire ces caregivers là encore? Do you want them to stop any project? Project stop. C'est ça yo connaît fait. Stop project. And you know, wait for it. The Prime Minister will tell you when it's time to go down to St. Jude. St. Jude is finished. And we're ready to celebrate. Are you ready to celebrate at St. Jude? As I close, education, the Moody's, in education, the Moody's, and when I say the Moody's, my blade dit tout le monde like I say labor. I mean to say labor made it good. So education, the Moody's, agriculture, the Moody's, in health, the Moody's, in the police, the Moody's, in commerce, the Moody's, in finance, the Moody's, in housing, the Moody's, the whole government, Labour Party is there to stay. Labour Party is here to stay. Philip J. Pierre is here to stay. And John Paul Estan is coming in to stay. So I say, long live the St. Lucia Labour Party. Long live Philip J. Pierre. Long live John Paul Estan. And long live the people of Babonneau. Long live Lakwashebo and Monva. I thank you very much.
Jump off, stand tall like the island trees. Voice of the children and the youth. John Paul, pay your dreams, watch them rise. Farmers stealing soil, women breaking chains, elders sharing stories, sunshine and rain.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Reynolds. Can we put our hands together one more time? Such an electrifying lady. It's always a pleasure listening to her. And of course, guys, this time has finally come. It's the moment that we've all been waiting for. This is the reason why we are here, to hear from none other than our next parliamentary representative for Babonneau. Let's make some noise, Raise your rag, raise your flag, blow your whistles. And let's all welcome our next parliamentary representative, Mr. John Paul Estan.
From the barracks to the Babonneau breeze, jump up, stand tall like the island trees. Voice of the children and the youth, John Paul pagan dreams.
Good night, Babonneau. Good night, Babonneau. Good night, Lacroix. Good night, everyone. Good night. For me, again, it is a pleasure for me to stand on the platform of the St. Lucia Labour Party as we are about to win the elections on the 1st of December. And please have no fear, the St. Lucia Labour Party is going to win the next election come December 1st, 2025. And the Prime Minister called the election at the right time because we know that we are on course for victory. There is no fear, or we're not running because we fear. We have called the elections because we know that we are winning. My people of Babonneau, let me thank all the speakers before me, my sister Alina Reynolds, Andy Daniel, Frank, all the others, Angus, and everybody who has spoken before me. And of course, I'm hoping by now you'd have gotten a copy of the record of achievement of the St. Lucia Labour Party, from promise to possibilities. The Labour Party has delivered for the last 4 years. And I want to encourage everybody to get a copy. You can come to the office in Babonneau, opposite the health center, opposite the post office, and get your copy and make sure that you read. We did not only make promises on the St. Lucia Labour Party platform, but when we make promises, we deliver, and the Labour Party has delivered. And if you have delivered and you have performed, then there is every reason why you have to continue with the Labour Party. Now, I have spoken before about the two leaders running the election on the 1st of December. On one side, we have a man who is measured. On one side, we have a man who is humble. On one side, we have a man who cares about all St. Lucians. And that is what we stand and we represent here. We care about all St. Lucian. And everything that the St. Lucia Labour Party has done is to ensure that we put the people first and we give them prosperity. And I will not talk about the other person on the other side, because he said he wants to transform. Ma kisa ka changer from kisa pour kisa. So nous pas parler about le swear. So si il veut changer, quittez aller changer. Moi ça il blanc il veut vite tourner now. So quittez changer. But my people of Babonneau, it is important that we put Babonneau on the stage, on the national stage, on the spotlight. And going forward on our platform, or going forward in terms of the agenda, what we want to do is to focus on the young people, focus on sports, and focus on community development. And the government of St. Lucia is doing a lot already for young people. We have the youth economy that the government has invested in. And what we want to do is to ensure that the young people of Babonneau, we empower them so that they can take advantage of everything that is happening with the youth economy. So if you have a special skills, if you have special talent, if you have a hobby, if you have a business idea, what we want to do is to take those, develop you, and provide you with the opportunities and the resources so that you can build or harness on that talent that you have.
And this is what we're going to do going forward to ensure that every young person in Babonneau who has some business idea, we can help them to build on that. Every young person who has a special talent, we can help them build on that. Of course, in the area of sports, we want to focus on the infrastructure for sports. We want to look at the facilities that we have in Babonneau and develop them into a state that we can attract, well, the facilities that the young people can use to build themselves, but we can also attract people from the outside, visitors who can come and use the facilities that we have. Now, I'm in the Lacroix area. I know at one time there used to be a sports club called Exciters from Lacroix, and we played football against Exciters on the Babonneau playing field. And I'm looking at the Lacroix area. We do not have any sporting facility in the Lacroix area. And I'm not sure how we will address that. But going forward, we want to explore the possibility of where can we put a recreational facility in the Lacroix area. I know there's a Babonneau playing field. Then you have Foasso, Balata. Then you have Lague. If you go down Gara, there is Resina field that we need to improve and upgrade. And of course, we have a cricket facility that we want to establish in Debara. But for Lacroix, we don't have any sporting facility, and we need to see how we can ensure that the sportsmen and women at Lacroix, that we take care of them in that particular area. Of course, you would have heard about the government promise for early childhood education. We have already indicated that in Gara that we want to establish an early childhood center. We already have an early childhood center in Babonneau. And of course at Lague Plateau area, you have an early childhood center. So what we'll do is to look at these centers and to see how we can expand them to cater for the needs of all the children that we have in Babonneau. We also want to organize, and I want to stress on that, organize sporting competitions all year round for the sportsmen and women in Babonneau. Now, we don't only want to focus on sports, but we want to look at the non-sporting activities like debating. So we use these to build and empower all the young people that we have in the Babonneau area. So in terms of sports, we want to look at the infrastructure for sports. We also want to have organized groups set up in the different communities, and that is very important. Organized groups in the different communities. So what I want to see is an organized group in Lacroix, an organized group in Babonneau Central, organized group in Gara, organized group in Debara. So a lot of emphasis will be placed on ensuring that we have these groups set up, and these groups can cater to the development of the young people in the area. And of course, we will have organized competition year round. I remember when I was in the Babonneau Youth and Sports Council, the challenge that the church is doing now, we used to do that. In terms of the walk, the front one walk that we have. And in Babonneau, we have a lot of hills and valleys. We have a lot of opportunities for people to train and keep fit, so that the issue of diabetes, we can address that. So what I would like for us to do is to have a lot more activities where we can build on the physical fitness of not only the young people, but everybody in Babonneau. So people like me and others around my age group, you can walk around, you can have fun,
So we'll engage in these kinds of activities so we can build our people. Now, in terms of community development, the government already has things in place that we can use. We know that there's a CDP. There are funds available where we can look at where we have small drains, footpaths, and we look at the road network. So what we will do is to ensure that we maximize the use of these resources to enhance the lives of the people. We also want to look at where we have poverty in the different pockets. There's some level of poverty still present in different pockets in Babonneau, and we will do our best to address that. So the people, in terms of the houses that they have that need improvement, we will address that. The people who have a proper toilet facility, we will address that. What we want to ensure is that everyone, and I will keep that, everyone has a decent standard of living and they can enjoy life in St. Lucia. And that is why, if you look at the slogan behind me, it says that everyone is included, everyone is empowered. And as I say that, I want for us to spare some thought for our UWP people. And there are a lot of them I know that will be voting for us this election. So what I want for you to do is, when you see people that you perceive to be on the other side, I want you to extend the hand to them and give them some love. Because right now, the UWP is in a leadership crisis, and we have some young fire brigades. They're jostling for position because they know that Alan Chasney will be decimated in the polls. And they know that. So spare some love for the UWPs when you see them. And I want to encourage them to come on board. The Prime Minister has said that. The political leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party has said that there is room for everyone. And we want to encourage them that, hey, come with us. When you do go out and vote for John Paul Esteban, because the St. Lucia Labour Party has a record of taking care of every St. Lucian. And we will take care of everyone when we are elected to form the next government, and when I am elected as the next parliamentary representative for Babonneau. We also want to focus on community tourism. There's a lot that we can do to build or to take advantage of what the government is already doing, community tourism. Earlier you heard about turtle watching in Babonneau. We want to revive that and ensure that we can take people down to Grantons to participate in the turtle watching. The young people of the Barra, they want to set up a trail to go up to La Saucière, and from what I have heard, there's a very, very nice view up at La Saucière. We want to help them realize that dream where we can have a trail to go up to La Saucière. You would have heard about the tourism activity that will happen in the Maquis Estate, and there's opportunity for a lot of job creation. So what we'll do is to ensure that we have broad-based discussion with people in the different communities so that they can take advantage of the tourism development that will happen in the Maquis area. We also want every community in Babonneau to ensure that, hey, you develop something that is unique. Earlier you heard about the view up at Plateau. So if we can have a site at Plateau where they can view, or those of you who are good at cooking, for example, in Debara, there's a Seafood Wednesday that you can come to. In Lakwa, we can develop something as well. So what we will do is to have discussion with the people at Lakwa to see what is it that we can find that is unique to Lakwa that will encourage other people from the communities in Babonneau and outside of Babonneau, outside of St. Lucia, to visit Lakwa to experience. We also want to focus on the elderly. Now you know that the elderly, they would have done a lot to get us where we are. They would have built our society, built this country, and in the twilight of their years, we want to put things in place for them so that they can enjoy their life. And there are two things I would like to see happen in Babonneau, especially for the older people. One, I would like to see a home for the elderly established. Now I know that Sister Love had promised a building that we can use. We will work with the administrator of the estate to ensure that that building, we can realize it. I also would like us to acquire a specialized vehicle for the elderly. And that vehicle, it can be used in case of emergency, where we have to take them to the hospital. But we can also use that vehicle to take them to church for recreational purposes and so on. So for the elderly, I would like to see that, one, we have an established home for the elderly, and two, we have a specialized vehicle that we can use to transport them around. We also want to put things in place for our farmers. And we have a number of farmers on the Maki estate. I have started discussion with them in terms of how best that we can work together. We're looking at government and them to ensure that, hey, number one, we have a proper market so that they can sell their produce. And I was in the Balata area this week, and the people down there, there's a lady selling by the road. They also want to have a specialized place that they can ply their trade. So we will see how best that we can help the farmers so that they can have a market. For us, we have an agro-processing plant that is not being used. We have to see how best that we can work with partners to ensure that that area there we utilize it. Also in that area, if we can have an established market for the farmers in that region. So for the farmers, we are putting plans in place to help them. We will help them for those who need fertilizer and other equipment. Yes, we will help them in that area as well. And we'll also look at how we can set places for them so that they can sell the produce that on a monthly or daily basis. So my people of Babonneau, we are planning, we are ready to work with you to ensure that, number one, we improve your livelihood. Number two, that you enjoy living in St. Lucia and you experience prosperity. The St. Lucia Labour Party is focused on developing every community and ensuring that every person who lives in St. Lucia can enjoy life in St. Lucia. The St. Lucia Labour Party for the last 4 years has performed wonderfully. They have done a remarkable job in ensuring that, one, we have a stable economy. The Prime Minister, Philippe J. Pierre, Monsieur pas gaspiller. Monsieur pas gaspiller la pays. Philippe J. Pierre connaît manière pour multiplier. Et ça mène là, cette ici, il a servi bien, so that tout gens cette ici, ils ont expérimenté ça nous a qui succès. Philippe J. Pierre pas qu'à gaspiller l'argent cette ici. Now, si vous regardez petit monsieur qui est l'autre side là, monsieur gaspille. Now là il change. Moi je veux savoir est-ce qu'il change pour il passe à gaspiller là. Encore. Because il a gaspillé là cette ici en chai. Certainly got un chai about CIP. Et il a gaspillé là en CIP. En temps Covid, la Covid vini. Premier bagay monsieur a dit tout civil servant pour prendre un pay cut of 50%. Now ça m'a dit en temps crisis ça ouvre c'est pour boss ou pour cadeau. Mi on ti là. But no under crisis at boss cadeau garçon moi vle $10 moi vle go pay good. Imagine ça. We are in a crisis and instead of your boss helping you out, the boss is reaching out to you and asking you for a loan or for a favor. That is a terrible sign, and we must remember that, St. Lucia. We must remember that. Now, you would have heard my brother Andy say, well, he told you about the crisis that is going on in the United Workers' Party. And as the days, as we get closer and closer to election, you will find more, or you will learn more information about that party on the other side, which is not fit to govern St. Lucia. And remember that this party is a misfit. They are not fit to govern St. Lucia anymore. And the mistake that you can make, or you will make, if you decide that you're going to vote them back into power. And my people of Babonneau, we have a mission. Our mission is to ensure that these gentlemen never gets to the seat or to the Prime Minister's chair anymore. We have our mission. The election is on the 1st of December. The election is on December 1st, 2025. The election is on December 1st, 2025. Now, UWP is getting desperate by the minute. They are getting desperate by the minute. And if you think they're going to get beaten, or you're going to just beat them and they lying down, that will never happen. That will not happen. So pretty soon, they will be coming to you and try to buy you. Yes, they'll be coming to you and trying to buy you. They will try to buy your vote. They will try to buy your vote. I will not tell you to take the money. Of course you will take the money. So anybody that comes and offer you money, take it. Take it. If they come and they offer you, take it. But on election day, know what is it that you have to do. And the right thing is to vote for John Paul Estan and the St. Lucia Labour Party. I don't want you to make any mistakes about that. On election day, I want you to vote for John Paul Estan and the St. Lucia Labour Party. And as you would have heard, on your ballot paper, there will be 2 names. At the top, you will see John Paul Estan. There is a star next to the name, so you will put your X next to that star. And let me just repeat that again. On your ballot paper, there will be 2 names. At the top, you will have John Paul Estan, and then you will see a star in red. You put your X next to the star. Or you put your X next to John Paul Estan and the star. All right. Our offices are open, and we will be extending the hours by which the office is open. So you can come to the office to ensure that, hey, number one, your name is on the voters list. If you do not have ID card, you can call the office, we'll give you information. Now, I'm not giving you the information on this platform because I don't want people to hear what is it that we are telling you. So if you have lost your ID, you do not have an ID card, come to the office at Babonneau, opposite the health center or the post office. All right? Come there. We will provide you the necessary information. My brothers and sisters, it has been a long night. It has been a long night. Let me again thank everybody who have showed up. On Thursday, we will be in Kabish. On Thursday, we will be in Kabish. Those of you who are interested, tomorrow evening we have a public meeting in Dennery. If you are interested, contact the office. We will make provision for you so that you can come down to Dennery. And that meeting tomorrow will be quite interesting. I will invite you to come to Dennery with me so that we can attend that meeting. All right? We will roll out or we'll give you more information. What is it that we are doing next week? So we'll give you the information on a week-by-week basis as we get up to the 1st of December 2025 for election day. Let me thank everybody who would have turned up tonight. I want to wish you a safe journey. And let me encourage you, please be nice to your Flora brothers and sisters. We know that we're going to beat them badly at the polls. We know that a number of them are going to be voting for the St. Lucia Labour Party. And since you don't know who is going to vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party, who will not vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party, please be nice to them. It would not hurt you if you are nice to our Flabo friends. Okay? And don't call them Flabo. Treat them as you would treat me. Please be nice to them. All right, so thank you everyone for being here, and I wish everyone a safe journey back home, and we will see you again on Thursday in Kabish, where we have another public meeting. Good night, my brothers and sisters. Long live Philip J. Pierre. Long live the St. Lucia Labour Party. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye, Flambeau. C'est Flabo en washi, c'est Flabo en rarou, c'est Flabo en washi, c'est Flabo en rarou. We are bullets on by, malade que prefera. We are bullets on by, malade que prefera.
Thank you, Skip. And this was our next parliamentary representative for Babonneau. And of course, just want to say thank you to another very successful meeting. Just some brief remarks before we leave. Again, tomorrow, Wednesday, we have a public meeting down at Dennery. So all interested persons, of course, make yourself be known. Those of you who need to work on your ID cards, you can come to the constituency office That's opposite the post office, where you'd get all assistance needed for your ID information. Even your voting information, if you're not too clear as to where you're voting, just come there, give your name, and then the ladies will help you out. Again, we're going to be in Cabbage on Thursday from 7 p.m. So those of you following us, those of you who want to attend, get in touch with your zonal leaders, and they would make the necessary arrangements for transport for you. On Friday, of course, we have a collaborative vibe with the constituency of Grosile. So we're asking everybody to wear red, walk with your flags, walk with your noisemakers, and we just vibing from 5 o'clock to maybe 6, 7 in the evening. We are all heading down to Shock. We are joining with Grosile, and we just turning the entire Shock area red. Okay? So everybody again, thank you. Good night. Wishing you safe journeys on your way home. And of course, hoping to see you and many more persons at our public meeting on Thursday. Thank you once more.
Yo père, maintenant yo père, bye bye flambeau, bye bye flambeau. C'est flambeau en waché, c'est flambeau en rare, c'est flambeau en waché, c'est flambeau en rare. Oui, ambulance en vaille, malade qui préfère, oui, ambulance en vaille, malade qui préfère, faire ou appui, massa photo sortie, les 26 fini, qu'est-ce ça vous fini, c'est pas dit c'est alpéou. If you vote for me, ou pas qu'il y ait un chant, tout le monde ça maman dit, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, c'est pas bon à wacher, c'est pas bon à rap, oui, ambulance en vaille, malade qui préfère, oui, ambulance en vaille, malade qui préfère.
Feel it all, one for all and all for one. Head that, Lotan, Ukoyo Patan. So there we go. Put up a rag, put up a flag, show me your hand. Represent where you from. Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the voting polls. Nous gâtons tout flambeau. John Paul for Babonneau, me say pas mal. John Paul for Babonneau, we standing tall. John Paul for Babonneau, me say pas mal. John Paul for Babonneau, one and all.
Cause John Paul for Babonneau, that they want to see a man with integrity. That's from the community. Give the children education and he love the elderly. He will empower all the farmers and bring food stability. The people say one call, John Paul. Tout bagay say one love, is a cricket, is a football. Pasra toujours involved. One call by John Paul. Tout bagay say one love, cricket is a football. Pasra toujours involved.
Babonneau, let we go. When the PM ring the bell, we go make them know. Babonneau, let we go to the voting.
Goodbye, goodbye, good night to all.